G2's form has been good. The question, if it's good enough.
I think we're going to be so...
All right. I think we're live. You heard it there. G2 versus Leviathan. VCT America's Kickoff Stage 2 rematch. It should be a really interesting game. And honestly, either way that it goes, you can't hate. Because no matter what, we got an America's team winning today and we got an America's team losing today. So what can you do? What can you do?
Shanghai broke me.
Rumors of Fnatic's return were greatly exaggerated. The Turkish gods sent the #1 seed team home.
Bombing out, not getting a single win. I just felt so disappointed, so ashamed, embarrassed. And I just remember, I just sobbed. When it came to this event, I didn't want the fate of this tournament to be in the hands of a boaster that isn't ready.
The final bow from Heretics. The crowd has been silenced, but the Valorant gods have not.
After we lost in Shanghai, I just walked down to the ramp. I looked behind me. I saw they were lifting the trophy. It was the worst feeling ever. In this tournament, we're gonna show what we learned in Shanghai. It's like last exam of the year, and we're gonna pass it.
It hasn't been the best year, but to be able to go out on stage and qualify for playoffs, I'm really proud of the boys to be able to bounce back, and I'm just really looking forward to whoever we get to face in playoffs.
I don't want to lose any match. I want to just go upper brackets and win in the grand final.
Durka, Chronicle, Althea, and Hero. That's the team I'd like to lift the trophy with, and I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll never forget the feeling I had lifting the trophy last year. I'll do anything to lift it again. Of the 40 VCT teams, we're top 8 in the world now. No one can say any other way.
We got second in split 1, we got third in Shanghai, second in split 2 again, and now we're top 8 in Champions, so I just feel like we're right there. We've learned so much from hard losses. My personal goal is to just give it 100% every day, every game, every round, and I hope my teammates think that way as well, because I know that if we do that, we'll win every game.
They've played a ton this year. It's always been close.
G2, we beat them in America's Grand Finals. We're at 2-2 now in our series against each other this year. So it could be a big deal to seal off who is really the best team at the end of this year.
All of you, you've got some work to do because we're hard to beat.
You guys are hard to beat. But can you beat Aspas? Because I'll tell you, I watched the finale between G2 and Leviathan in VCT Americas. And the big problem I noticed with G2 is that they could not handle Aspas. Like, they didn't have a good grasp on like where Aspas would be, where he would be going. And I think that was kind of the major problem as to what they had. So all right, I was just checking my audio. Sorry about that. Making sure everything's good. Well, here we go. Icebox Abyss. G2 pick on Abyss. What are they cooking up over on Abyss, huh?
And as we look at the veto, they both get their map that has looked so strong as of late. G2 debuting that new Abyss and Let's Harbor Viper on Icebox, which has always been so good.
It's so important, that first map, that Icebox. We know the result that we saw against EDG when we think about G2. Exactly. We know that it's one of the best, if not the best map for Leviathan, but they've always struggled to play against G2. To me, the surprise is Abyss, that second map. We know that they played it regionally, but we have seen so many new things here at Seoul that I want to both of them might have something different prepared.
I really think that this G2 composition.
What could they be picking? What could they be cooking on Abyss?
It might become meta. It looked really good. The defensive rotations with that Yoru look on point. Astra is so powerful with global control to stall out on that map, and they looked so rehearsed when they played it there. But Leviatán had their own look, flying with the Harbor on that map as well. That should be a competitive one, but it starts here on Icebox.
You Americans love the Harbor.
We do, we do. And really it's Leviatán, it's Mazzino that loves the Harbor so much.
It's true, but man, I gotta say though, this G2 team, you know, they know that this Lev squad has always brought the fire to them each and every time they played. They lost out on a big matchup to get that first seed here.
Yeah, it looks like I just...
So this is an opportunity for G2.
Yeah, I was about to say. No comp changes.
Much in a way of changes across the board. Both teams love running that Harbor Viper. The only difference is Icy's going to be on that Gecko, and you're not really going to have that duelist for G2 to take advantage of here.
Yeah, exactly. The Harbor versus Harbor, that of course we have seen a lot in the past. I like the fact for G2 that they're starting off on the attack. I think that that's going to give them a lot of leverage. They have to start very, very strong if they want to take Leviatán's pick.
But against EDG, they struggled on their attack. They were getting disrupted. EDG was fighting forward and really getting ahead of these plays. They'll have to look back at that VOD and improve, because this is one of Leviatán's best maps to start the series.
Well, let's go ahead and get map 1 underway. Send it over
to
the casters. Two guys who are pretty familiar with this matchup. It's Doug and Baby Bay.
Hey, Doug and Baby Bay.
Yeah, we've talked about G2, we've talked about Lev, and I think one of the big things, Stray, as we think about this Leviatán squad is Icebox. They're insane at it, right? 12-3 across the entire year. They dominate this map. The kicker, 2 of those 3 losses on this map were against G2.
Yeah, and the G2 game plan is deny Aspas opping angles, especially when Aspas gets it up on the defensive side. We saw the last time these two teams faced, Valen, intuition on point, the cascades were denying. So much info for Aspas.
What's that dart?
What did King do in this series to mask where the operator is and enable Aspas?
This is an early start. I know it's
but he's Leaf's in danger already. Wait.
His Leaf is doing his best to hold the line, and they're not going to see him. He's going to spot both.
Nice. Wow, big.
Meanwhile, the rest of G2 is taking A.
Exactly, the spike's already planted. Lev is a little worse for wear. Gets tagged up by a classic, but this post plant's going to be so deadly.
I mean, 3v5, surely G2 doesn't win this. Or doesn't lose this, I mean, LOL. Alright, Tex gets one, but Jonah P trades it.
This is not what they imagined. It's not how they drew it up, and now Jonah P swinging out.
Oh, the whiff. But it's all good.
From the top rope, G2 get the pistol. What a good start.
Very, very convincing from G2. All that prep work. They know that Aspas and King like to be very aggressive in B main. So the pistol approach, it was quick. It was decisive. And Leaf played this to perfection right here. 2 freebies. And Jonah P, he had this late flank around to close out the round. But he was somebody that was pivotal for G2 in the win last time around.
Step at B, baby.
He made a what step?
But yeah, Jonah P, he was a big reason why G2 took out Lev the last time around on Icebox. He had like 21 kills or something of the sort. It's a 4-1 approach again, so the conditioning for G2, it's back-to-back rounds showing the same look.
See, I don't like that Leaf is playing here again, though. 410, 410. Oh no, Leaf. Whoa, 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 Leaf. Leaf, get out of there.
But G2 should be able to and will get the spike down. They've got the Phantom investment into Jonah P as well.
Wait, Tex doesn't have his turret in mid. This could be a huge lurk from Leaf.
They understand the game plan of Leviatán so far. It's been that 2-pronged approach towards B.
He definitely hears him.
Nothing really fighting them at A.
At this point, anything that they can get there. Maybe a little bit of action across the middle of the map. Leave once again.
Nice, got his.
Aspas was there to respond in kind this time around.
Trades going in favor of G2.
Looks like it was just a little bit deep. So Calm can hold on this for just a little bit. But at best,
nice, good spam.
Yeah. Jonah P is going to get a little bit closer to having the
nice.
line. Valen's going to get a reward.
I mean, Valen only had a
some damage done. I think the big
stinger, so not that big of a deal.
Yeah. All the big guns in the arsenal for G2 are kept. Only a Stinger lost and what, a Ghost from Leaf. So that allows him to invest fully into a Vandal. And it's been back-to-back 4-1s towards A site heavy. And that's why you're seeing a change of pace already from G2. We saw in the interview, it was said by King, it's going to be a battle of the minds.
Yeah.
Who's going to game plan? Who's going to adapt on the fly? Who's going to counter? You see Lever trying to get ahead of it, but everything's looking towards B now.
Yeah, they're like a step behind.
It's interesting to see how the rest of this plays out because Aspas is consistent no matter what, right? Like, he's world class.
That dart's gonna get a lot of info though.
Like, you know what you're gonna get with him, and you know he's gonna deliver regardless of circumstances.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's interesting to see when Lev don't play well. It's because
Turret's gonna get the lurk.
And so you try to shut down Aspas as best as you can, but finding value.
Nice shot.
Things turn around. Tex really struggled the last time they played. He's had a quiet start to this game.
Oh, the timing.
Turns at the wrong moment. What a timing there.
Oh no. Ah, yikes. Icy's got to go big here. No.
He's got a Spectre in a 1v4.
Oh, they saw him.
Yeah, surely he was seen. He's able to clean up the first. The Cove will keep the collateral away. Tap to drive some utility. He's realizing everyone around him. Com's gonna hang on to the
yeah.
He's the whole way. There's nothing really to stop him. If you swing out, you're facing all. He will drop one.
Trent did his best.
Only 2 carried over for Lev.
That was a fast pace again from G2. A fast mid to B. This time around, just getting caught looking at the wrong angles in clearing the actual site. And it was kind of freebies that LEVIATÁN were just given. Like
that timing
right there, yeah.
that King got right there is so unfortunate.
And yeah, it just all crumbled apart. But the start of the round was very impressive. And the change of pace and the change of
LEVIATÁN just won their duels, you know what I mean?
Tied and true from the first couple of rounds, and it's going to be an A default.
And this is where I think the game really starts. Across this entire tournament, these two teams have the best gun round win rate. This is where the series will be decided.
Oh, what a big pick from Leaf.
Back-to-back entries from Leaf.
Wait, and Valen gets King.
Head-to-head, IGL v IGL. Valen, he comes out on top.
Now Aspas feels like he has to make a hero play, and it's just not going to work.
This is insane form for Leaf this early in the series.
Oh, Trent, you got caught lacking, brother.
He's known for being that duelist type figure on this map. When he gets heated up, I mean, it's so difficult to play against. Because from the side of G2, they've been running this no duelist comp all year long. He really has been that guy that gets a lot of the first bloods.
He's been so consistent, and then you put him on defense, and we think about all the clips he's hit with, like the Outlaw, for example, posted up back A. He's just been so steady for this squad.
Yo, what the fuck is this?
Tex has actually taken a page out of his book as well and stepped up.
Yo, what the hell? Dude, what the fuck?
Really come out on top in those first engagements.
Dude, what is...
A fight from LEVIATÁN, it just wasn't enough. G2 were ready for every single angle.
Yo, why is it like this?
First gun round will go the way of G2. And Lev, I mean, at best, they're just trying to clutch onto these 2 rifles that they have left.
Yo, can I get it in full screen, please? Like, what?
I think when we start to, like,
why the fuck are there boxes everywhere? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why am I watching in widescreen all of a sudden?
Icy as well. He's close to Thrash, and we saw how crazy Thrash can be on this map.
Lev is in a really dangerous spot early on Icebox here. Yes, I know it's early, and yes, I know they have Aspas, and yes, all these things.
Is it just me? I don't see anybody in chat talking about it.
3 losses for Lev the entire year, 2 of them at the hands of G2, and you've got them in a position right now.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Tiny little snowball can very quickly become an avalanche.
Yeah, G2.
Let me refresh the page. What the hell?
See, it's the mind games already, just like I said. But
why did it do that? What the fuck?
G2 are 7-9 on Icebox this year. It hasn't been one of their shining lights of their map pool.
You're right.
But the 2 wins they have against Lev are 13-8s. And the only loss they have was a 16-14 or something OT.
Yeah. I gotta play them really
Early A clear from LEVIATÁN, but
nobody really here to reciprocate from the side of LEVIATÁN. It's a free site. The Harbor Ultimate's invested just in case.
I mean, he just got his ult online. Does he invested in this round?
They haven't planted the spike yet. It's very late.
Yeah, just making sure the site is entirely clear. No stone left unturned.
2 on flank.
Timing on this 2-man two-man flank is going to be interesting. The problem is it's always
Wait.
it's always been Aspas on these late flanks.
And there's 4 members waiting for it. So all the prep work, all the studying that G2 have done going into this match, you just see it on the mini-map.
And even through how the map has been played. It seems like they're going to try. If there's a dart tag, he's in a position to
ult from Calm. Jonah P gets one. Text trades it though.
Find a little bit of value. Not much more than that. Meanwhile, the thrash was dropped in the midst of all of that. Spike has been
Mazzino. Oh, nice. Oh, the whiffs, but no time. Wow.
They burn the clock all the way down as G2 gets a 4.
Good stall from G2. That could like that was a really good retake from Leviathan. It was just slow because they had to wait for Aspas and Tex.
That flank that you were mentioning about Aspas and Tex, it took too long, and it was a good play from them not to actually commit to that because they would have been met by 4 members. Oh, that wall came up right at the time. A little antsy. Some of the shots could settle on the side. Beautiful. Bye. No time. Who cares, bro?
Think about this war. You are hurting from that last two. They're moving from these little things. They've been greater victory so far.
What a shot, man. I was rubbing my eye, but like I saw it. I like saw it, but I didn't see it, you know what I mean?
But you were speaking about war, and you're absolutely right. This is a war of attrition. Both these teams grind out rounds. Back and forth, especially.
Ooh, baited out the Harbor ult. That's huge.
That Harbor ultimate was committed by Mazzino, but nobody is there at A site, and the spike is being planted at B. We want to talk about master classes in IGLing right now. Valen is calling a sick game.
Dude, I mean, this gun round is probably over. At this point, think about how long the spike has been down. Like you said, they've got the pit that they're going to have to navigate. They don't really have any tools to get around it. They've got Tom thrown.
Kind of a early molly.
How do you break through this post plant defense? You can wrap around yellow, but the Viper's pit is so strong.
That's what they're trying.
Valen goes down, but Trent gets a shock dart kill. Leaf gets a kill. Wow. Wow. The post plant is insane, bro. I mean, we saw this when G2 played against, it was EDG, no? Their post plants were just like, there's so much util. That was a nasty shot.
What was the cue there? Just intuition? He just flicks down right at head level there.
You talk about a guy who's been on the receiving end.
Running circles around him, Jake.
Yep.
Running circles, man. Timeout Leviathan, first one of the map.
He's been on the receiving end of criticism for his entire tier 1 career. I mean, let's keep it a buck, right?
Yeah.
He shows up, everyone goes, who? A tier 3 guy? Like, is he going to be the right answer? Is this going to be enough? And yes, he's not always topping the kill feed. He's not always popping off. He's not always putting up highlight moments, but the value he's been able to deliver for his squad has been so impressive, and it's event over event, right? Like, he's stepped up for G2 when they need him to, and that's exactly what you need.
A lot of players.
Am I guy chewing gum?
Oh, especially in the.
Or was that tobacco the way that he put it in there? What the fuck?
Honestly, for their entire careers.
I'm sure it's probably gum, but like,
They've won so many.
it's kind of a weird way to pop a piece of gum. Bro buried that thing.
For him to step in and just be the team player that G2 needs, it's been wonderful to watch.
All right, what will Leviathan do off of this timeout?
In many different moments. And then step up when he needs to.
Yeah. You talk about selfless. That just feels like the DNA for G2, man. That feels like the structure and the game plan that Josh implemented into these guys from the very beginning. And it goes all the way back to the guard days. It goes, I mean, you just roll the Rolodex back as far as you want. Like, right here. Yeah, and you see
Leviathan are on an eco.
That the whole way through.
I mean, Leviathan are already wishing they could have rolled back this round, or this map. So far, it's a 5-1 lead for G2, and
Ooh, the dart clears.
they're running circles.
Aspas can't get up on yellow again. Well, I mean, he could, but he'd have to burn his up dash or updraft. English is hard. That shock dart didn't connect on the molly though.
And he hasn't got an operator up yet. Hopefully next round he can get that up. He still has knives, and there is the lockdown for tech, so if anybody on the
Huge
inside
dart clear from Lev, but it seems like they're still pretty sure about it.
We've definitely seen so far that LEVIATÁN aren't shy to invest ultimates in their eco rounds or their weird buys.
Take flight. Already seen evidence of that. Trent using a drone, he will spot one, and it was Tex. But no real idea that comes up close and personal on the other side of the wall. A second set of water comes through and Trent falls. Drowning beneath the pressure. A 1 for 1. And that's already a big win out for Lev. I mean, if you can keep this close, given the lighter weaponry that you have, sure.
And just a freeze to the round, waiting for any more type of peak. Movement being heard now. Tex, he gets an upgrade, so there's a chance for LEVIATÁN.
What happened? I was sneezing. Oh, okay.
Have to do so much. Tex was already on the rotate out, but now as the wall goes up, as the kill goes down for Calm, he rotates back. Aspas has joined 13.
Icy's getting some space. Oh, the whiff though.
That's big from Tex. It's gonna be Valorant left alone in a 1v3. Aspas's blade still.
He saw him.
He spotted a shoulder. Can he settle the shots? Dropping down, buying time as the spike ticks away.
Oh.
That's a snappy shot onto King, but you still got the raid boss on the other side.
Oh.
Again for G2, the Red Bull clutch as they hit.
Valen is feeling it today.
And it's not just that he delivers, it's who he just delivered against. That was Aspas in a 1v1 who had a rifle. The jiggling, the movement back and forth at top nest from Valen. It was so clean. Aspas, he had the knives. You can't just shoot him at the body. It's so hard to hit. And that shot on King, too.
Yeah, what a shot on King.
Insane work from Valorant.
Hold up.
Feeling it like this, G2 feel like an unstoppable force.
G2 might be cooking. They're having the Killjoy set up A now to try and delay that wingman plant.
So close. I mean, they didn't drop a series until it was against Gen G and then against
Ooh.
Heretics. Now this is a much more familiar foe. But the objective is the same.
And the last time G2 lost, it was against Lev. You know they want that revenge arc. A site has been
So patient.
dominated by G2. Avoiding the operator.
I don't think Leviatan's biting on it though. They are not going anywhere.
And the stack.
Ooh. Got rid of one shot. Wait, they baited it.
Well, Tex doesn't have it anymore. Or he's not going to be using it this round anyway.
He's playing so aggressive in backside. That's back-to-back rounds he's done that.
I love this cascade.
Oh.
Freebie as well. We'll take that any day. Calm. He answers back though.
And the money
3v3. Oh, 2v3.
Kills out from Calm and from King. Aspas has to be careful.
Leaf. Nah.
So dreadful.
Leaf panic there.
King 12 HP. That's the first one.
I got tagged.
But Calm's 3 kills on the round gets Lev their second.
Well played from Leviatán. They were very patient.
The desk
Did not move.
Been stepping up huge. And in this moment when his team really needed him, it was looking dire. He stepped up once more and he has another Hunter's Fury online for the next round. The entries were great from the side of G2, but the trading, the utility that Calm was using, 3 players scanned in that moment, and the shots that he's hitting. He's looking on point in this game so far. Back-to-back rounds that he's had big impact and given his team a chance.
Top fragging.
Quite honestly, guys, I think my pick'ems lean towards Leviatán here. However, I'm kind of rooting for G2. I'd rather root for G2 than Leviatán. Not to knock like Leviatán or anything, it's just G2 have such an underdog arc. Like, I gotta root for it. Oh! Oh, the blind, no. Calm gets Trent. King gets Icy.
He probably should have. But they've managed to get the spike down now. Tex has a really big ult that he can try to flush the side out with.
And he should do just that, especially when they don't get
has to take a step back.
Nah.
They don't really need to invest the lockdown anymore.
Leviatan's starting to get the read on him.
And with too many angles to clear, too many things to consider, and not enough guns to cover it all. He will fall. Lev get their third.
Hold on, chat. Hold
Another
up.
Fuse coming through for Com, who just had a Hunter's Fury. Now one step closer to having it back online.
The timeout working wonders for LEVIATÁN. It's back-to-back round wins. And Calm, the Hunter's Fury, Trent couldn't get value, but he can. Some good work. King did such a good job in this round of staying alive against the Harbor Ultimate. And he could have gotten swarmed at any moment. There you go. And we heard something in the last match with LEVIATÁN, you know, the coaching staff saying, now you're finally playing aggressive. That's what we just witnessed. They're taking the fight back to G2. They're not just conceding A site in its entirety. They know how good G2 are in the post-plant scenarios. You have to disrupt.
I love this pit at the beginning. Think about how many times they've leaned towards A on the attacking side.
Yeah. It's about time for a change of pace, so a good read into the game for King now. And the battle of the minds.
However,
And then the op's still up.
G2 looks like they want to clear it.
They can freeze for a long time here too. Well, that'll flush it out.
They're not ready for tax. He gets a collide.
Oh.
What a spot to be in. And yes,
King.
he gets caught. That should clear out the pit.
Oh!
How in the world does King get to?
How did he get 2 there?
That is unbelievable.
I've never seen something like that.
That is wild.
He was dead to rights.
The timing.
Crash detain.
The timing.
A good setup.
Tex and that Molly bought so much time.
This way with the shorty. That's how he closes it out. That's unreal.
What a play from King.
The timing is crazy.
And we talk about Icy and whether or not he can match it, and then, you know, we've got to talk about obviously Leaf and Ted. So my eyes go towards King and Valen. That's the matchup that I was most excited for in this match. And so far, it's delivering.
Insta broke.
Still has a lot of utility to play around, but position concealed.
Wait, the drone didn't catch him. He's only get 1. Mazzino gets the trade though.
To take care of Mazzino, and now Reckoning invested. They're scattering.
Reckoning and Lockdown. The combo.
Yeah, wait, 2 big ults. But are they just gonna go right back into Aspas with the op?
Something else on the map. That turret's still up though in mid.
Well, the thing is, though, you've got so much time left in the round, you have to have presence A to ensure that they're not just re-clearing. And they're not hitting it again. That's why you see them push so far up past 410.
Yeah, good proactivity. This is something LEVIATÁN does quite often as well. Even when they're up numbers, they'll do this.
You imagine Jonah P's waiting for his orb to come back up so they can clear mid, not have to worry about the turret, but the timing is way too fishy.
Wow, Aspas is not feeling it with the op today.
They've got to understand the jig is up. Leaf with the op in a position like this.
Okay.
The pit planted.
Will Leaf hold mid? Oh!
Leaf's making that thing sing, man.
Is this chamber meta again?
He still has one more to deal with.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful picks from Leaf.
I mean, content to secure the round as G2 as they get their 7th.
Aspas, that 1 whiff was the difference between G2 winning the round and losing the round. It all came down to that, honestly. All of a sudden, if
truthfully,
that kill, he's able to get back, or even if he just survives in this moment. But what a shot hit by Trent in that moment. It gives Leaf the upgrade from the Outlaw to an Operator, and we've seen him off many times. Remember, this guy used to be a main duelist for all of his teams.
3K on the round for him, and then I think the biggest thing we've got to mention is he put the op down.
Wait, Aspas missed the jump. But nobody's there, but it's all good.
Leaf has his ult too. Nothing to speak of on the side of the defense.
Aspas is not feeling it this game.
It's all to find out if Aspas is opping anywhere towards A side. But he's not either.
Kind of having a bit of an off day.
Lockdown will be invested. Trent still has the Hunter's Fury online.
Yeah, it seems like they're pretty intent on sticking this one through. There is no misdirection. There's nothing found on the other side. Tex just tries to play on the knife's edge. A's going to get detained, but he shouldn't get punished. Should be okay.
Still a little bit of a flood coming out, at least into back sight. But G2, they can just play post plant right now with that.
Yeah, they can.
Hunter's Fury.
They have so many tools at their disposal. Trent's going to clear everything out to make sure there's no funny business behind him. But now the Reckoning. Wisps lighting up the sky as they've dropped the... It's a beautiful combo, man. There's nowhere to go.
Wow.
He gets a little bit of damage. He gets a little bit of info. He can buy his time.
Doesn't matter, bro. The post plant that G2 has is so strong.
Tap of the spike is
It's
just a threat,
ridiculous.
surely. There's way too much to confirm that. That's all it is. A second tap now. Trent will fall. 70 HP.
No time.
He's gonna get his damage dealt, but G2
8-4 half in G2. Wow.
Icing Aspas the entire half. That was the name of the game.
Aspas having kind of a slow start.
Last time around, these two teams met
Slow start for Aspas here.
But 8 and 7 from Aspas on a first half on Icebox like that.
Yeah.
Something has to change. We'll see if that's the case on the other side.
This stupid ad.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Aspas is not looking ready for it, honestly.
Only on Verizon. Red Bull gives you wings.
I know you're not a fan of my snack choices, but did you really have to get him involved?
I don't care. The hell is that, Gordon Ramsay? Bro, he has a deal with Welch's? That is not what I would expect from Gordon Ramsay, to be honest, but whatever. All right, back to the official stream.
So far of this opening best of 3 between these two America squads. And Dre, for as much as we talk about Lev and as much as we talk about Lev on Icebox in particular, it's been G2 who's looked really good the entire time.
I know, for a second after the timeout, it looked like Lev were going to get their footing.
Yeah.
It looked like they were going to actually be able to go toe-to-toe with G2, but G2 just took it away, and that was off of no timeouts. I don't think G2 called a single timeout in the half.
No, they didn't.
Left Valen to his devices. He understood that he had a flow state of calling and that he would figure it out, and he did just that. They closed out the half 8-4, and now Aspas is going to need to step up huge in this moment. He's the only duelist in the server right now in terms of the actual agents.
14 and 8 out from Valen.
Yeah, he's playing like a duelist.
Ridiculous performance so far. Look at this setup. Look at the turret. The turret's so far back in spawn. You've got the alarm bot on A with the nano on top, but everyone else B.
Yeah, last time around for LEVIATÁN, that turret was their demise. Heaven was completely open, and it got abused.
Wow, fast fling.
They're gonna be very proactive and try to push the fight.
They did this against who'd they do this against? So was it Paper X?
Nothing on the other end.
The fast flanks were just crazy with Paper X, but
Spike has been planted for a little while.
Wow, wait. G2 got 3. Tex gets 2. The whiff from Mazzino, but they're both 1. They're both 1 to the Sheriff. This is winnable for Tex. Oh no. No. Well played from Tex.
What a round from LEVIATÁN. That Viper wall from G2, it's nothing like we've ever seen before. It cuts the site in half for the retake. And the start of the retake was so good for G2, but Tex, the shots that he just hit.
That's unfortunate.
Being able to deduct where Leaf was, sticking that spike.
Unfortunate for Jonah P.
Office for him as well. And he's sitting at 13 and 10. LEVIATÁN needed that, and they needed that bad.
A Marshall in the hands of Leaf, but that's really the only weaponry to speak of for the side of G2.
Valen's playing a real dangerous game here.
Such a good spot, but I mean, with the fact
Nah.
that you play pot, how do you fight back?
Yeah, that's a tough one. You almost found a timing amongst all that chaos of utility on the actual nest area of A, but LEVIATÁN, they're just gonna contact in after the drone, use their utility, and suffocate all the players backside. Double swings all around. Another, that's that wall I was mentioning. It's so odd.
Yeah.
So unique.
Jonah was able to find one, but Leaf is not gonna get another, I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas.
All good, just an eco, all good.
He's definitely heating up.
For as quiet as he was in the first half, he has turned a page.
And a lot of good weaponry saved as well for LEVIATÁN. Looking very similar to the start that G2 had. Albeit not winning the macro game, I would say, but the micro. It's kind of what you expect from LEVIATÁN in this matchup. You expect them to be the ones that pop up individually against G2, and G2 to be the ones that take the more coordinated team approach. Another A default this time around. LEVIATÁN opting to put King and Tex towards that B site. Prodding up.
Again, look at how active Valen is
Wait,
getting.
deep. Valen is so deep. What?
He slipped the net. Oh, and he spots him both.
He only gets one though.
The shots, so not able to clean him up. A little bit of damage dealt, but the cost was his life.
Yeah, and the cost was all that B space.
One for one.
All of B gathered right now. Tex deposited.
Lev have so many options here.
Good re-clear.
Him back B and fill in with Tex. They can just leave him there and have him hit a late flank as they try to end A. I mean, the map is their oyster.
It's gonna be a fake B hit though.
Whoa, popping those mollies hella
As
early.
soon as that harbor wall went up, Leaf popped his mollies.
Yeah, that was way early, bro. They didn't even tap the bomb.
They're holding their ground. With no tap of the spike. They don't need to move. That would have been their cue, but Leaf might get timing here. Mazzino.
He's gone exploring.
The timing.
As he tried to exit, and now they've inserted Aspas on the other side. This double, triple pump fake seems to be working out for Lev.
The B players were just human drones at that point, and now Aspas, he turns into a lurk. He's going to be met by Jonah P.
Damn.
He deletes him.
It's just such good timing out from Lev right now. This round has been gorgeous to watch.
Yeah, you want to talk about running circles. That was a circle right there. Aspas, he's not slowing down right now.
Tries to land the shots onto Icy. Not able to best him, but the damage has been dealt.
I mean, Icy's probably just gonna go ahead and save.
A little bit of value at the end.
But Mazzino's here.
Mazzino, he's already ahead of this. He was the one that got the entry at B, and he's all the way
Oh,
ahead of
it doesn't matter.
But Icy.
Holy fuck, I thought Icy would die there.
Gonna get a little bit closer to having the thrash up. But again, I mean, for as much as Icy's doing really cool things, they're gonna end up on Reddit, I'm sure. Lev's calling this round was beautiful.
Yeah, King, he just...
Yeah, the fakes from LEVIATÁN were really good, man.
People up on the extremities. If it was A-side, it would have been Aspas.
And kind of unfortunate for Leaf because he had a sniper, so even if Mazzino, like even if he was holding, I don't know if Mazzino would die, to be honest. I don't think he had light, so
There were layers to their
Beautiful call there, boys.
Yep. A good contingency plan for sure. But that's not just King there. He needs the info from Tex. He needs the info from Aspas to formulate that plan.
Oh,
and pick the right site.
That's why you hear him there saying, like,
exactly.
Good call, boys, yeah.
Exactly. Had to point that one out. So, G2, their economy, it's not looking too hot right now. Icy with the only rifle, he saved it from the previous round.
Yeah, and he's so close again to having the thrash.
I mean, LEVIATÁN's probably just gonna go for a slam here, no?
This Viper wall is still so interesting, but it looks like LEVIATÁN have a good read on how to deal with it. Just bait it out, understanding that G2 like to play on the right side of it for the most part.
I mean, they're just doing such a good job at creating all these acute angles. Given the walls that they have, the Cascade, the Viper wall, the other Harbor wall.
They've baited out almost every single piece of Harbor utility. All that's left is the Cove. Oh, that dart's gonna get so much info.
Two.
Good shock dart chip damage as well from Shen.
Shock dart, nice. Oh, good shot from Icy.
And this time, they're done playing games. They're fully committing out onto the hit. Remember,
Nice
they have a
shots.
on the side of G2, and that rifle is still in play. They've burned the clock down so low, but it's
Nice, Icy.
Thrash online. Does he drop a weapon and try to invest it?
Hold up, Jonah P
Oh, he's
knows.
just sticking it out. He's got to be careful here. There's so much danger, but very nicely handled with the ult. The thrifty round win for G2.
All right, little bit of a whiff from Calm there, but
MasterCard thrifty, and the way that they've just done it, that was insane. Cycling the utility.
yeah, they stalled out Leviathan so hard there.
Against Tex, that's the cue to start investing more layers of utility.
That was a nice kill.
He just gets caught. That wall goes down at any time. It's so unique. It's so odd. You're not used to playing against something like this, so you don't know all the looks.
And the looks are working out. Now 2 rounds between these two. The first thrifty of the series going the way of G2.
And now what will happen though? What will Leviathan do? Are they gonna do? It looks like they're trying to do the double lurk again and insert Tex over on B.
He's put in work with the blades, especially entering towards the A site. So I'm expecting big things out of him this round.
He's got the drone to pave the way, but he does not follow the red carpet.
Oh, the alarm bot. Big info.
Last time around, that's what allowed Leviathan to just finesse around the map.
Yeah, but it was off of insertions from everyone.
They popped the hella early mollies.
And the reclear of Trench Drone, nobody on Leviathan is here to see that or hear that he did that. So it's going to be a full lean. It's going to be a 5v5 towards this B site.
Keep an eye on Valent's position and his ult. If they're ahead of this,
it's a flood.
Really good spot to be in.
The thing is, that ult cannot hit an updrafting Jet. So the Jet knives Aspas. He gets tagged down a little bit. Doesn't get value.
Aspas is pretty low.
Now the Reckoning at the ready. Off of the tap, he fully commits to it. Icy's going to dump all of his utilities. They try to fight back sight. The flood in full effect.
No.
G2 kept back. Trent left in a 1v3. On the Mazzino makes that 3.
Did the flat, like, I feel like that flash should have flashed people.
What a massive round from Mazzino.
Did they shoot it? I honestly don't know.
The Harbor ultimate, he drops a cove on himself. Plays around it on a knife's edge. Gets a 3K at the end. That's why you see him with the thumbs up right there. His team is
I guess they did. Yeah. They had to have shot that Dizzy.
Perfect. Nobody aware. The trade just couldn't get there for G2. A quick answer back from Leviathan, and now G2 taking their first time out of Icebox.
Oh, first time out, G2.
Remember the response that Leviatán were able to put together on the other side of their timeout in the first half, where it seemed like they were starting to find some momentum. They put together, I believe, 3 rounds in a row on the other side of that. Now we're going to see if G2 can do a bit of the same.
G2 just haven't really had an answer for the actual A fight that they're taking. I think they're expecting Leviatán to commit into an A execute, but they don't need to. They're baiting. Leviatán are doing a good job of baiting out utility sets and then ending B in massive rounds. Rounds where the implications are dire for G2. And now Lev, they're sitting pretty on 2 ultimates of their own. They can get a 3rd, which is the Reckoning. They have the Hunter's Fury and Lockdown. This is all a recipe for success towards that A side of the map. And this time, G2, their approach, okay. Our game plan of playing behind this A wall and delaying the inevitable.
Okay.
More mid control.
Yeah, concerned with what's happening across that area of the map.
They've pulled 3 people already.
Right here. What's a response from G2 here? Yeah, look at this focus across mid.
Seems like a retake. Trent might play his ult for the plant.
Full retake style this time around. Play more by the book. And Leviatán are reading into this. They understand no one's back here.
Well, it's interesting though because they don't have the Reckoning for a retake attempt. They don't have the Thrash for the retake attempt to flood behind it.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, that is such a big pick for Leviatán though.
And so now, yeah. So now the lockdown, it gets so much value. It's
Oh, dude, like that is the one pick Com needed to hit, and he got it. Wow.
Flush out the side, and Aspas fills in on the space behind it. Now they have a Reckoning of their own that will only continue to cost into the situation. Aspas with a little bit of friendly fire will finally go down as Tex fills in behind it. Numbers away the attack, a goop in his face, and Tex cannot settle the shots. Icy's been really good. He's gonna have to 1v2.
1v2.
Mazzino weak. Comms on the flank.
He doesn't have wingman either.
As is typical for him, but he doesn't even get in on the action. Mazzino cleans him up and we're tied.
So well played from LEVIATÁN.
Yeah, dude, Com with that ult is the one person. The one person that G2 needed for that retake. It just hit Trent.
The lockdown.
Yeah, low-key unlucky.
Yeah. Hey, unlucky, bro.
What can you do? I mentioned at the beginning of the map that at the beginning of the series that these two teams are the best gun round teams in the tournament. Both at something like 60% and 58%, something like that, but they're topping the charts. Currently, they're sitting at 5-4 the way of Lev. So these two strengths that we expected coming into this series for these two teams has delivered.
That's why the score is 9-9 right now. Fighting tooth and nail. But you're right, that thrifty round that G2 got previously, it was kind of a saving grace of this half. That being said, it's the only round they won this half, so that's why I say that.
Dark going back sight, Mazzino's Cove, not able to clear that out. So that will throw a wrinkle into their plans. Can they iron this out?
Weapons just aren't there for G2. We saw what they could do last time around, but this site, B site. Oh my God.
Wait, big spam from Leaf, but Com also spammed him?
A few moments ago, they've had a thrifty round win already.
And surely LEVIATÁN know that there's so many members of G2 here, but they have no space on the other side of the map.
And it's the same approach. Remember a couple of rounds ago, they called a freeze. G2 didn't move. They're doing it again.
And Trent has the entire mid line, so he doesn't need to. Now he's just going to lean over. He has his own Hunter's Fury if he wants to invest it.
Previously it was just a Vandal. This time it's a Stinger and a Bulldog.
The time, Doug. The time's running too low. Com, he wanted to double back, but they realized the time is too low. They have to commit.
Aspas got Trent though. No, and the trades.
Wow, what a fight from LEVIATÁN to take that round away. Trent, if he doesn't drop in that moment, the time was so low. He could have won solely off of the Hunter's Fury.
6 of the last.
Dude, Trent's got to start staying alive, brother.
We've seen so far.
Down to the wire.
And yeah, Trent falls, but it was the gunfight afterwards where everything just went into chaos.
Oh man.
Trent falling there certainly doesn't help, but those fights right there on the other side of the cove.
I don't like.
Trouble lied.
You see Josh, I think he's saying the same thing I just said. Why are we peeking?
Yeah, why is Trent peeking there?
All good though, going into this next round. LEVIATÁN finally take the lead. First time in this series. And it's the double walk up mid-tube.
This is what it felt like what G2 was concerned about a couple of rounds ago. On that mid presence.
Yep.
They've got the turret. Yeah, they've got the turret a little bit further back to cover. But all of Lev are back towards B.
Tex got deposited by King. King is going to go back A, but he's going to be met by Operator.
And opping Jonah P.
But the spike's being planted at the same time, so it's going to be a retake and post-plant on the B site.
I wonder if there was a... No, there couldn't have been a tap on the Zerg. Tex is playing his position so He just quietly lures him in.
Should ask for the
Jonah P hit the shot, man.
Second shot missed out from Jonah P. That op hasn't found very much value. Meanwhile, Comp's position once again gorgeous. LEVIATÁN really pushing the matter here as G2 are starting to crumble. Where's the response? What's the spark? I don't think.
Wait, and Trent doesn't even get the trade there?
Try to save the op, but
he's hunted.
I mean, he's surrounded. And yeah, they're trying to find him. That's a nice shot.
Now you hit the shots.
Can he try to hang on to this? White knuckling his way to keeping the op in hand, and it will slip from his grasps.
LEVIATÁN,
Dude, if Jonah P hit those 2 shots, it would have been huge, man.
Doesn't commit fully to that reclear into. See the replay of that right here.
Yeah, Icy got caught lazy.
Leaf just jumping down, not expecting somebody to be close sight. Why would a Sova be there is probably what he's saying to himself. But you got to be ready for everything.
Yeah,
he's laughing, yeah.
That's the maniacal giggle of a Sova who's playing in Cubby under hell.
Yeah.
He knows what he's got.
Timeout G2, burning the second one already.
Leaf is actually lucky that that ultimate wasn't committed into that round. So he will carry that on in the future rounds, but
G2 are only down by 2 rounds though.
No answer
Still winnable. For sure still winnable.
The only round they won again was a thrifty with 1 Vandal and a bunch of Sheriffs.
The thing is, they've got the potential of another thrifty round coming up, and there are a lot of ults that G2 should be able to speak of here. And we'll see those in just a few moments.
It's so hard to get a thrifty against a Reckoning, even if you're stacked on that site. You can't just stand still with a Sheriff. I mean, we've heard of cosmetic stuns, but it would have to be cosmetic stuns on an entirely different level.
G2 have a really difficult question to answer here, and I think it's what the timeout was around. They find themselves 1 round away from map point. They have 4 ults, and they're 1 pip away from having their 5th. And it's on this light eco. So, I mean, you have a lot of things you have to answer here. Do you fully invest into everything and kind of empty the cupboards, throw everything at them, and kind of see what happens? Do you hang on to all of them and play for OT? This is a really difficult spot for G2.
Yeah, and even if you get a couple kills into the round and you invest a couple ultimates, there's still a chance you don't win. What a molly lineup.
Wait, that breaks that turret?
Is that Tex?
What the fuck?
Disgusting work. And look at the shift because of that.
You have
a drone is used in mid. They're so worried that a fast timing was taken.
The call on this is gorgeous because you're right. They have to consider what could be happening mid. Meanwhile, they're going to fill into A for free.
And who
what a lineup.
Last round? It was Tex pushed all the way up.
Icy was the only one playing back A.
Oh my good, what a call from King.
But the question is now, do they invest their ults? G2 at 5, they have everything they could want.
And Jonah P goes down. Valen's dead. They're gonna save it to play for OT. Wait, how the hell did this happen, bro?
One big step done. They've invested one of the ults, but it's a bait. King's repositioning. 13 seconds left. Does he take the fight or does he go for the plant? Waits out the ult and now committing. First bit of utility through, and it's not going to tag him. He's got to know that he's there, but he's
nice. How did G2 get away with that? Actually, how did they get away with that? That is wild.
The first 2 kills from Calm were enough. That's it. Just chill out. Another MasterCard thrifty. When you push that deep, G2 are going to take that any day of the week.
What is that lineup? That is such a nerdy lineup.
This whole thing in motion. That's what led to the full focus mid. That's what led to the full A take for nothing. And that's what led to this disaster that happened out towards spawn.
What an overextension. LEVIATÁN have effectively given G2 an in once again.
And I mean, it's not just an in. It's not like the window's been cracked. They kicked the damn door down.
Yeah,
they have 4 ults.
The ultimates, exactly.
What a mess of a situation.
Oh no, Trent, please not again.
Can Calm find a kill? Again, so good with it.
Ooh, big chip damage though.
Oh, a step made from Leaf.
Oh no. 2 up mid, do they? I don't think they're ready for this. I don't think they're ready.
Really deep. I don't know that they're expecting this. Trent gets caught asleep at the wheel.
It's only 1. Wait, one more! And
Tex on the punish. Oh, what a mess!
3v2 though.
Numbers the way of the attack. The spike will get planted. now the reckoning out from Val, and if they try to flood behind this, it would.
Huh?
Forget about the flood.
Bro, what a spam.
I thought the door had been kicked down, but on the contrary, it's been slammed shut. LEVIATÁN, what a massive swing. Leaf realizing he has so many targets, he has to deal with so many angles to consider. Now tagged by the dart, no real time to speak of.
I mean,
And now a
he
shot
can't
in his
really
face.
do much.
He tries to create a little bit of space, but he cannot. What a response from Lev.
Dude.
That's now 7-4.
What a shot Mazzino just randomly shot through the mid.
To win that round back after how they lost the previous. A lot of teams can crumble in that moment. Maybe even lose out the map, but this double lurk play.
Yeah, they didn't expect this double lurk.
Off guard again.
That is ridiculous.
What can you do? Mazzino's just spamming off of
Bro, I was begging you to bait me, bro.
What a beautiful call, man. The double insertion mid right into the next round we go. LEVIATÁN on map point. King has a pit. Tech's one away from his ult. And the buy for G2 is not great. It's spotted.
Yeah. They still have Leaf's ult though.
LEVIATÁN is geared up towards B, but it's that
And Jonah P's ult.
Of King and Tex holding the A space. Giving a plan to fall back at any moment. Good
Bro,
shot,
the
dart
chip damage.
Utility being broken yet.
G2 have been this super team's kryptonite on Icebox.
Further back ult. Okay.
Lev seem to have figured something out. They seem to have solved it. Early pit out from Jonah P towards A. And Lev should know here very soon that that's where all of it is. An alarm bot clear towards B.
Yeah, and that causes two players of G2 to shift over. But the hit is actually coming towards A site.
It's interesting. I don't think they're convinced of this. The two nanos are still up. They haven't heard a tap of the spike. And Leaf is starting to creep towards mid. I don't know that that was enough. Mazzino's first. Yeah, Mazzino perched up above it. The cove instantly cleared.
Nice.
Spike dropped. They're going to have to deal with a pit of their own, though.
That's a big kill.
How do they get past all the green?
Tom's underneath though. Oh my god, he managed to get one.
They've got to navigate the pit. They've got to navigate the lockdown.
Okay.
And the clock is burned. But they managed to get it down. Numbers the way of the defense with the lighter weaponry. Can they respond? That was a massive one.
Wait, they didn't clear King! Wait, they didn't clear King! Oh, thank God.
G2 will get to
Not again. Not after what I saw with those two shorty kills.
King may have gone unnoticed, but the professor, he's not falling for that one. And this is such a crazy match that we're witnessing so far. This back and forth, it's got to be one of the best. What a lockdown as well from Leaf. Super unconventional.
Oh, wow. Wait, Jonah P saw it.
Yeah, we are. They have killed
They did such a good job of making the site feel so crowded, of making it feel so tight, so claustrophobic.
But Stingers benefit in that moment. So it kind of worked against them.
Oh, it's a fight. It's a brawl.
Oh, the drone.
Or we're headed to Abyss.
Oh! The lineup!
Tries to respond, he cannot. Barring a miracle.
King in a 1v2.
We're going the distance. We're going to be gifted with free Valorant. Can he pull this off?
He has so much time to work with.
Yeah, he really does. But Leaf still has his nanos on B. He can delay it.
He's biding his time. On the other end, G2 doubling up.
Yeah, they realize that fear lies in the fact that they don't know where he is. There's really no utility that's given any info.
Notice the spacing too. Trent kind of baiting Leaf in a way.
Yeah.
Worried that King might be in some weird off angle, some weird corner.
Meanwhile, King can walk into B unmolested.
He breaks alarm bot and the first molly, so G2
And he breaks the second molly too. Oh, wait, no.
Still biding his time.
He could flip the map back. Spotting one and now positioning away, spit at their feet.
30 seconds left.
Buys enough time to get the spike down.
Does King know that both of them are there?
For a little bit of space as the wall goes down, the first shot.
Oh no.
But no kill found yet. Off the tap.
Nice shot, Trent. And we're going OT. We're going OT.
What a shot from Trent. Sitting King down. King, he played that really, really well. Walking all the way towards B site, but it just wasn't enough. The pre-fire on Leaf, the Phantom.
The lineup there is huge.
And finally, the A aggression. All together, it works in the last round that they needed to bring this to OT. That's the whole purpose of this Viper Wall. There's multi-use for it. Yeah, you can use it to cut the site in half for the retake, but you can also push with it. We finally see the value.
And again, we've got to give Valorant his flowers, man. 23 and 19. That's a hell of a performance from him.
Insane. And this is the first round, Doug, that G2 have used. Oh, no, sorry, that's LEVIATÁN. I'm getting my teams mixed up right now. I was going to say they used a normal Viper Wall for once.
Overtime resetting the situation. G2 on the attack side. You've got Aspas and you've got King here. The only two close by.
Man, that Molly is so annoying.
Got the dash proc, the wall goes up. Bullet whizzing by. But no kill found.
No kill found, but so much info found. Mazzino, he's here quickly on the rotate.
Yeah, able to move the line of scrimmage, yes, but it's a little bit further and it's still set up. Just when they think they have that part solved, another wall goes up. That was really nicely done by Com. He took all of that space A to confirm that there was nothing else coming around, realizing that they aren't committing to the hit B, takes a step back.
And now he's back in heaven. A new angle, but he can't connect. Oh no!
Oh!
It's a disaster for Com.
Not able to contain. Not able to be the safety valve that LEVIATÁN needed in that instance. And so they're going to turn back towards B.
The lurk from Leaf could be huge.
The pressure could not be greater.
With that one way being up, Aspas is repositioning to yellow. He might be able to find this window of opportunity as the exec is coming through.
Remember, this was where he tried finding a kill at the very beginning of the round, and he wasn't able to do so. Can he
huge lurk from Leaf. Icy kills Aspas there too. Oh, wow. Wow. Brilliantly played by G2.
Wow. LEVIATÁN, it looked like they had a read on what was going on, but sometimes it just doesn't.
Really well played. Really well played.
I loved his play. He peaked from lower.
Yeah, it was great.
And then he went heaven, but he just couldn't connect when he needed to. The pressure, unsurmountable. And then it was just easy pick'ems on the actual site. Not a single gunfight going the way of LEVIATÁN. G2 getting a little bit aggressive again, getting in the mix of things at A. Four members here.
And LEVIATÁN doing their best to make a stand. This is their home turf. 12-3 in 2024 on this map. It's their playground.
Tex is going exploring again. Wait, he got two with the drone.
Of Icebox. Unmatched. Yeah, but Tex, oh my gosh.
Wait, he's through mid. Did anybody hear him?
Can he find value here again? Can he get away with it one more time?
No.
Returning to the scene of the crime.
I honestly can't tell if G2 heard him or not. And now they're worried about the double lurk. Fair enough.
Spike out towards B. The alarm bot's still up. Position given away. Do they commit to this? They've left Mazzino across the middle of the map. No target found. Look at the discipline out from G2, man. They're not giving him a single fight. Patience.
Ooh, the spams. How did Leaf not take a single bullet of damage?
Now Mazzino on the prowl.
Just be careful. That turret's gonna sniff him out.
Tricky little thing, but Mazzino was able to find safe passage, able to get across, and he has to be.
Leaf. What the fuck?
Look at that wall. He's got a pixel he can play off of.
Leaving just the slivers. Icy's gonna fall as well. Fallon and Trent, the only two left standing. Trent down to 0 health.
Wow.
Fallon, can he be this good? On low time in a 1v4, there's no shot. One round of OT.
Another round of OT.
Mazzino played that beautifully.
I don't know what the fuck. Why Leaf jumped out that way.
G2 have to deal with it. And the wall to
Good lurk from Mazzino. That wall too.
To spread the defense thin.
Like, Very interesting wall, but it's a good wall.
So risky. That was so well played from Mazino, living in that
Nice
moment,
lurk, Ian.
putting his own wall up, using that Phantom as a spam. The only Phantom player on the side of Leviathan, on this map at least.
And so into the second round we go. G2 back on attack. A really aggressive spot here for Aspas. That's danger.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Able to get away.
But now they reinserted King.
That spit's gonna hurt. Forget it. Oh, how?
Nice.
Oh, I thought he was gonna get away, but he's been flushed out.
Mazino almost got out of that though.
And again, G2 get what they want. They reset the map.
And how many times have G2 gotten the first blood on this attacking side and re-hit the same side? So that's why you see Leviathan holding their ground even though they hear everybody making audio cues, running back.
Just feels like G2 have gotten so many of them.
Yeah, but this time around, Valen taking the right approach.
Do they commit though?
Towards that B side, they know that the B orb is still up. Keep in mind, Jonah P, he grabbed the A orb and got a kill.
Yeah, they're going.
One off of that Viper's Pit. That's the win condition into this round.
I don't know that anyone saw the cascade go up across the middle of the map. That's why they have everyone back A.
Yep.
And so now they know the other harbor wall has gone up towards B. All of the utilities lighting up the map.
And all the mollies aren't here.
They're a step behind.
Big kill. And Jonah P's got ult. Wow.
Landed the pit.
Icy's only one off though. If he gets one, he'll have ults as well.
They don't have a drone. They don't really have anything to deal with this pit.
At best, the shock dart comes back up off of a cooldown, but
yeah, but even then, I mean, Valen up close. Crosshair drained, but Trent over the top. The suppressive fire helps him out. King's left alone.
Wow, nice shots from Trent.
G2 again on map point.
clean shots from Trent to close out that round, but the setup of G2 using utility to flush out Mazino, who oftentimes plays that gen area. There's nothing you can do about that. He tried to go away, tried to get away unscathed. Gets decimated, Aspas. Barely see Trent in that moment. That last shot.
Trent could barely see him. What the f what?
I love the hard-hitting comms that come out.
Yeah.
Players, intense moments.
Yep.
Right, biggest tournament.
Timeout from G2?
Pressure OT. That one. Yep.
It will be a timeout for G2 though. Trying to close this one out. They've been on match point, back-to-back OTs.
Dude, this has been such a ridiculous map between these two guys. 8-8 on gun rounds. 14-13 in way of first bloods for G2. Everything is on like a razor-thin margin.
I said it. It's really a battle of attrition. These two teams are so evenly matched. And yeah, Leviatán won the last time around in a BO5. But this is all that matters. Champions. The biggest of scopes that you're under. And it truly does feel like you're actually playing for the real #1 seed in this tournament right here in terms of NA.
You mentioned feeling like they're under the biggest of scopes. I mean, everything gets exposed in situations like this. The tiniest of weaknesses get punished. And for some reason, G2 consistently find a way to push Lev on this map. And then again, I mean, remember, Vitality did a bit of the same.
Time for a field test.
What a different map. I mean, it couldn't be any more different, really.
Gonna do this Killjoy lineup, but Leaf doesn't have his turret there.
Forced to keep this map alive. This is such a fascinating adaptation. We just saw Leaf recall his utility before the stuff got cleared.
Yeah, he didn't know how it got broken previously. This time sitting around there waiting to see if it was a molly lineup. Indeed it was. So he gets the info that he needs. He'll have that turret up in about like 5 seconds. He'll put it in mid.
It is, yeah, it's up now. And now it's back up across the middle of the map, and he held that spot up until it was back
Good
up.
drone info.
Yeah, he's not falling for any of Leviatán's mid shenanigans this time around. Remember Tex jumping through the window in the previous OT.
And remember, this time it's a fake. It's a pump fake again. You draw out the harbor wall back towards A. You're starting to take space elsewhere on the map.
couple different layers to this, but that harbor wall.
Bro, they got lineups on lineups on Leviatán.
Backside and not close angles. That's why Leviatán walk all the way up.
That's another attempt to clear Leaf's utility. Texas Nano back towards B long, but nothing is found. They have gotten out onto A though, with very little resistance. A deep alarm bot out. Remember how heroic Valen was in OT. To get to OT.
Oh, the space towards screens is big.
Kind of been so proactive in these moments, in these post plants.
That ult's gonna be brutal. The spam coming through the wall.
Ooh, they don't find it.
1 for 1.
Okay. Oh, 1 for 1 again. Another one goes down. 1 for 1.
The kill feed will not decide. Leafs left in a 1v2. Now one.
Wait, they just.
So weak and Calm was over the top.
Ah.
He had no idea.
Okay, I had the wrong read on that. I was looking at the map and I thought they jumped over each other. But Calm was top 410.
Calm, he's been so good all map long. He stays controlled in that moment. Takes out Leaf, who's completely unaware. There's no way for you to know Sova's on top of you.
What a scrappy retake that was. Just 1 for 1s back and forth.
A lot there for Tex. With the trades, it was too much. Trent, he got caught out, jumping out with his knife.
And the spacing there was so great. You watch Aspas dash back.
Oh
and
my God, I'm
instantly
so glad you had to swing that.
That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Okay.
And you mentioned how when it goes this far into a game, with the scope that you're under, the littlest of differences can change.
Timeout Leviatán.
Trent, if he doesn't jump out in that moment with a knife out, maybe he doesn't give a freebie away to Mazzino. Maybe they now have the advantage, or at least keep even numbers in the 3v3. But it really
Yeah, I did not. I like G2 keep doing that where like they jump in spots that they don't need to.
Exactly.
Realizes, yeah, that was on me 1000%. And so we will go once more.
And this time, Leviatán using their overtime timeout. 14 to 14. I mean, at one point of this game, when G2 were on attack, it felt like G2 were going to take this one home. All of a sudden, Leviatán gets on attack. It feels like, okay, Leviatán are going to take this one home. Neither team budging. Who's going to surrender first? Who will concede?
This is just map 1.
The willpower of both these teams so far, it's outstanding.
Calm hopping up to 410 and clearing that early dart.
Turret.
Really
oh my God.
Wait.
Cascade, and they have no idea that he's there. But will the water betray him?
No, Mazzino is. What the fuck is Mazzino doing there?
From so close to so far.
Oh my God, no way.
And is that what does it?
G2 have been able to win the opening round in OT these last 2 bouts.
I wish Jonah P just like cleared the wall, bro. If he clears the wall, he kills Mazzino there for sure.
Of Aspas in this moment. To hold all of B by himself. The confidence you have to have as well. Once he hears this orb go up, he's gonna know. A great molly.
Everything is considered. They cut off the line and they're gonna buy time for the rotate.
Leaf takes some damage there.
Yes, a little beaten, a little battered.
30 seconds left.
But they do manage.
Somebody's got to go big here on G2. Somebody's got to get like 2 or 3.
This is dangerous.
No, that is not what we need.
Trent responding, and they know that Mazzino's there. Look at the ping on the minimap.
Yeah, but Calm.
They've got him figured out, but you're right. Calm over the top. Can he get there in time?
Nice.
No. A 3v3 is... Things slow down. Spam coming through. 2 HP left for Leaf.
Nice. Caught him.
Leaf is so damn snappy.
The timing got icy.
Icy, no. The timing.
2 HP refusing to die. And it's going to have to fall onto him again against Aspas. The one-way smoke. It's a jump spot.
No. Ah.
LEVIATÁN will get the defuse. And they're on map point.
What a dude. That round completely goes in G2's favor if Leaf, or not Leaf, Jonah P takes his time on the wall there, bro. He just had to clear up the wall. Why did he walk through it, man?
Aspas, the one who was in B main the entire way through. He reconciled with his team, goes all the way back and wins the 1v1 like that. And no emotion, completely void. That's what you need in times like these. It's so intense.
That's the Aspas.
Now, honestly, this is going to be up to G2's retake here. Their retake on... What the fuck are you doing, Leaf?
Win the defensive side in overtime. Just to tie it back up and give another crack at it. Tex.
Remember all these tiny mind games around the Killjoy.
Oh my god, Tex.
He's going to get cleared. 3 members holding him. I wonder if they saw a barrel and that's why this is happening.
Well, I also think there's just been so much focus around the utility.
Wait, have they forgotten already? No.
Be enough of a cue.
Okay, Tex is gonna get out.
Get out of there. His turret's gone. Comes back with his team. Jonah P, who's a lone warrior in Snowman. Nobody to help him. That dart's gonna sniff him out.
He's by himself. You're absolutely right. Like a stalk severed from a plan and left to wither.
The Molly. No, the Molly missed.
Now they're joining him. Now he's got help.
Alright, this retake is gotta be big from G2.
Time. The one benefit though is that Leaf is ahead of it just a little bit. And they have utility of their own.
This has gotta be huge. That wall doesn't cover upwards though.
Previously divided, now reunited. A 5v5 potentially for the map. This would be ridiculous. King is going to be on this late flank. Keep a close eye on the mini-map. Valen pushing forward, trying to forge his way through. Only one kill.
The late lurk, the late lurk.
That could be the deadliest. That could be the most dangerous. It did get to half, but Leaf's got to do it by himself.
No, that's the map.
Position given away.
Wow. Fuck.
Close the deal. Leviathan stands strong, and
Well played from Leviathan.
What a flank from King in that moment. He took out the wingman. He mollies the spike. It forces G2 to just swing randomly, hoping, praying for anything.
What a map. That was just map 1. Folks, stay tuned. We've got plenty more to come. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we got map 2 coming up, which is Abyss. Crazy, because that was an 8-4 half in G2's favor. They started off hot, that map. But I'm worried that that overtime might have drained them a bit. But I don't know. We'll have to see what they're cooking on Abyss, because I don't think I've seen G2 play Abyss. Nor have I seen Leviathan play Abyss, so... I don't know, dude. Honestly, this could go either way. It really could go either way. And then I think third map is Haven, which we have seen Leviathan play. G2 have only played it once or twice, something like that in this tournament. So
Red Bull gives you wings.
I don't know. It could go either way. That was Leviathan's map pick, so I'm not too worried that G2 lost that, but all right, gonna go ahead and mute this. I'm not sponsored by Taco Bell, sorry. But it really could go either way. I think ultimately, especially because they're avoiding Lotus, I wonder, well, actually, I think Leviathan probably bans Lotus against G2, to be honest. Leviathan, I don't think, are really that good at Lotus, and G2 are excellent at Lotus, so I think honestly that's the reason why G2 hasn't been able to play Lotus against Leviathan. I think Leviathan just straight up avoid it. Honestly, dude, that OT could have looked so different if Jonah P just took his time clearing that wall. I don't know why he didn't. I guess he was expecting more people to be playing in the site rather than outside on screens, but like, if he just took his time, it would have been crazy. It would have been real crazy. Oh, I just realized we're back in the official stream. I'm stupid. My bad. Why is there such a big time? Or am I just trolling? I feel like the matches are quicker than this. Maybe they've played less ads? I don't know. I honestly forget. I know my VLR pick'ems have LEVIATÁN winning this match, but I can't remember if on Valorant if I have LEVIATÁN winning this match or if I have G2 winning this match. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I might have had G2 playing. The fact that it's just a dropping frames over here. What the fuck's going on? I just looked over on my OBS and it said it was reconnecting. Is the stream all good? Are we all good? I haven't dropped any frames. I don't know. Weird.
Can't ask for a better start than that one on Icebox. I'm now joined by LEVIATÁN's head coach Itapata. Now, it felt like both of your teams had to make very big adaptations, adjustments throughout the game in order to try and close this one out. It was you guys that closed out in the end. So what kind of adjustments you felt like you were proud that your team made to be able to help you to take map one?
I think the biggest adaptation that we did was not give them B main, because they're a really good team. Once they take B main, it's really hard to stop how they're playing the round. Even if they go back to A, it's still really hard. If they go plan B, it's impossible to retake. So us controlling B main towards the end, it was like super key for us.
It was a beautiful game of Valorant. Thank you very much, and best of luck on map 2.
Couldn't agree more with that.
It was a really well played.
Just witnessed on Icebox going to OT. It felt like no one was gonna buckle, but finally G2 broke and LEVIATÁN pick up the win. But Mimi, I mean, this whole series, you thought that I thought this one was gonna be G2 in the bag here, but LEVIATÁN were able to make the comeback happen.
And it absolutely should have been G2. They were in control of this game in the first half, but Lev took over in the second. I think a key part of this was on this A site. G2 throw a Viper wall that's different than the standard one, which means they're committed to either going for these forward plays off the wall or playing instead into the set retake rounds. And their set retakes just were not working. Similar to against EDG, Lev was flying forward post plants, disrupting G2's game plan, and owning them to fight back into this game.
To me, also the biggest own-in has been on punishing the mistakes that G2 were making.
Yeah.
In so many of these situations, we saw G2 hoarding those ultimates, just keeping them together for so many rounds, dying in the
Wait,
weird timings.
I'm taking a look at the preview on the comps back there. LEVIATÁN has a Harbor and G2 has a fucking Astra and a Yoru. I don't know how I feel about that one. I could be good, that could be bad. I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it truly was the sum of all the parts. And even though there were a lot of hero moments across the board, both for G2 as well as for LEVIATÁN, one hero moment in particular, oh boy, takes us to our HyperX Reflex moment. This is King for a 2K in round 10.
This was so stupid.
Hit with Gecko ult, so he's stunned. He's got to get out of that pit. He needs help. Now you think, King's going to be screwed in this situation. Not going to happen, Mimi. He ends up getting 2 with the shorty.
And, well, this round was definitely some silliness. This is what Coach Itapata was talking about those adaptations from LEVIATÁN, being more proactive to not let G2 play their own game, fighting for that space in B main control. That round and a couple other towards the end of the first half is what made that comeback even possible for LEVIATÁN.
And you see also the awareness. Not only they're taking up that space, they are aware of the utility that G2 has, and they played it perfectly. So he gets a little bit more time by using the snake bite. Tex has that also extra damage to get the kills and get more time for him. So even though he's tanking the ultimate, he's going to come out on top. That it was a beautiful.
But there was something though from earlier on when Yinsu had talked to both King as well as Valen. They were talking about the mind games. And you were definitely seeing that come into fruition here. You were seeing each other kind of tactically get into each other's head round and around Mimi. It really was a beautiful
That's for sure, for sure.
Was really good. They know that G2 is a team who likes playing a lot of those set retakes, so they were going for so many rounds where they were just contacting up. Like, I think of the round where they're double lurking into mid, baiting for the second lurk player to come through. There was a lot of really good little micro moments like that from Leviatán that built up into that massive snowball that became the comeback on Icebox.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? All right, well, let's go ahead and hear what's going on over at the G2 camp. We got Josh RT standing by with Yinsu.
I've got Coach Josh RT here from G2 ahead of map 2. Now, there was a map taken away from you guys. I'm sure you would have liked to play, but you also had other options you could have gone to here. So first of all, why Abyss? And second of all, how much of a risk do you think it is, considering it's an unknown territory, really, for both teams?
It's definitely a risk, but I feel like you have to take a risk against Leviatán. They're obviously a strong team, but we're very, very confident on Abyss.
And how much trust do you think you are going to have for your IGL in terms of making those adaptations on the fly?
I mean, we've been practicing all month, so I trust that. My player's waving at me. One of my ex-players. I trust my IGL to make the right reads. We went through all sorts of like protocols and all that, so like we're fairly confident.
Brilliant! I can't wait to see it. Best of luck.
And I truly
One of his ex-players.
Honestly, from both sides of the field,
I don't know what team Josh RT was a coach for. X-Set, maybe?
But now we're going to set our sights
I don't know.
to Abyss, Mimi. And this has been quite an interesting map that G2 has leaned on.
We've only seen them play it once thus far back in Americas, not here at Champions, but I thought it looked really good. They're playing the same comp that Fnatic showed here as well, with that Astra and that Yoru. On their attacking side, I think the fast rotations and some of the execute ideas they have around the Yoru gate crash are really good. That global Astra utility is also so impactful, and I think they time all that up really nicely with these Sova darts to have a variety of looks on the attack side and some really strong global presence on the defense.
Yeah, and the retakes were beautiful on that side as well. I think that it gave them a lot of leverage, a lot of room. But for the other side, for Leviatán, right, thinking about getting into this matchup and going back to the performance that Aspas is having today, probably, you know, setting the expectations of he's Aspas at the end.
God damn.
I think that the
Is it really that hot? It must be really hot. All of Leviatán have these hand fans.
When Aspas was on the operator, he wasn't the force that he usually is. He wasn't that stopping ground for the team. He has to be that when it comes to Abyss. We need to see him. If they want to close this 2-0, I think that will give them, you know, a lot of confidence for the rest of the tournament.
And we did see that from Aspas when Leviatán debuted this map. But for G2, honestly, my question comes down to the mental. They had that game in their control. A dominant first half, opportunities to close out an OT, and it all slipped away from them. We've seen that before in the finals against Leviatán, failing at the final hurdle. This team has been kind of...
All right, comp picks. We got double smokes over on Leviatán. And then G2, I don't even know, bro. They got an Astra, they got a Viper.
To stay in the upper bracket.
If there's one thing we know about this team, though, Kukuka, it's resiliency. G2, they live by that, and they can, with this composition, they could very well find themselves in a position to force a map 3.
Oh no, what's going in? What? Leaf is going for Killjoy instead of Cypher on Abyss. That's quite interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Cypher is stronger on this map for sure. Especially with how big this map is.
On this defense, Lev have a lot of looks to fight down mid, deny their opponent's space on the map, and threaten a lot of flanks through that area.
All right, well, let's go ahead and find out if this America's rematch goes the distance, because I know I want it, baby. Let's go ahead and send it back to your casters. You got Doug and Baby Bay yet again for the call.
All right, let's get into it.
Thank you so much, GB. Yeah, Abyss has every reason to be a banger. We just saw 16-14 bout on Icebox. Now we get to talk about this very unconventional Astra Viper Yoru comp that they run on Abyss. And I think, for Yinsu is talking about it, Dre, on the interview with Josh, about how it's kind of a risk because it's a map that's unknown. It's a map that, neither team really have a ton of reps on, at least in officials. But honestly, I love that because that's what really pushes IGLs and that's what really pushes strap-ups.
Yeah, and it's also a map that's kind of like Icebox in terms of how far the angles are. And when you think of maps like Icebox, you tend to favor a team that has Aspas on it, especially if you can get the operator up and running. Now,
heavy aggression. And Tex gets picked out instantly.
I mean, right off the
That's huge.
That was all spam.
Yeah, they try to get a little aggressive.
No Cypher
Right on the
util.
other side of the wall, but it just goes the way of the attack.
And I'm such a fan of Viper on this map. I'm surprised more teams don't run it. Oh,
Oh, the timing.
You've been spotted.
He's gonna jump spot, get a little bit more info, but he has to back up now. But yeah, the Viper wall, being able to go back and forth whenever you want. The map's so big. Having that up for rotations or even just putting doubt in the defensive mind, it can be so crucial for this attacking composition that has, you know, Icy, who could be at 2 places at once.
Definitely heard somebody drop.
Oh, they spotted him.
Spotted him.
They should have spotted him, but only one was seen.
Wait, I don't think Tex,
Make him flip the map, so 45 seconds
or not
left.
Tex. I don't think Com got spotted by Trent.
You could beat the rotation. They're already ahead of this.
Com is running for it.
As long as King doesn't stay all the
Ooh.
way in the back of sight,
30 seconds left.
should be free for G2.
Oh, he's gonna try.
Hello?
They just want to take the fight.
But the wall didn't even go up. The timing on that.
That was horrible.
Keep a close eye on the middle of the map. You've got 2 players who are going for a late.
The late flake did not work.
Between his eyes, never stood a shot. Icy and Jonah P left into what, a 2v4, a little bit messy there.
Oh, it's so messy.
Has gotten 3 on the round. He's trying
Above you, above you.
Icy, no real idea where he is. What is it? What is this? What is this game of cat? What is this game of cat and mouse?
Oh my God.
His fourth, the defuse will come through and Lev will get the pistol.
Exactly. Too many angles to look at. It could be on top of you, behind you. Have no idea where Com is in that moment. Look, the smokes aren't even out yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a blunder from Trent or if that's a blunder from Valen. It's got to be a blunder from Trent.
At a time like this, they're going to take full advantage.
I mean, surely as a pro player, we know that Astra smokes, once they deploy, you can't insta pop them like that. Like, it's not like Brim or Omen, where as soon as they go out, they're blooming. Astra has that stupid little, like, charge time on their things, because, I don't know, Astra was OP. Wah, wah, wah.
Off of the reckoning. You imagine he's going to get it.
Now Astra's become probably one of the weaker smokes.
And then he'll have that ultimate for the bonus round.
Just based off of that. Honestly, just because of that.
Very well right now if they don't get ecoed.
He's got a full Vandal, full armor. I mean, they've really invested into this, you're right.
It's just so hard for the attacking side to work the map with classics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one Marshall out of Icy, and he might actually get faced here. Maybe Mazzino takes a jiggle, but the discipline of LEVIATÁN, it's pretty good right now. Mazzino now peeks out.
Oh, nice shot from Icy.
Headshot.
That pays off.
Uh-huh. If they can somehow yoink that as well, that's an upgrade.
And that was, I mean, that was the full armor rifle.
I mean, do you invest this Yoru ultimate to grab that? I guess not. Tech's already funneling the rifles back into spawn. Boss.
They just handed the rifle over to Leaf, or the Marshall over to Leaf. Icy might go here.
They found my wire.
TP's into the
30
site.
seconds left.
The Viper wall. Creating a disconnect for Tex. He's trying to look over it, but G2 are playing this very disciplined as well.
Look at how difficult it is to deal with this Astra Viper comp. I mean, he has the tiniest of windows that he can see through.
The thing is, Valen doesn't have any stars, so the post plan, it's kind of limited right now.
Oh,
ah, no.
Trigger. Those 2 bullets cost him his life. Not able to punish, but they did manage to get the spike down. The paranoia's all the way out. Trent and Valen, King, trying to hunt him down. He will succeed. And Jonah's going to have to pull off one of the most ridiculous plays we've ever seen, and he's 2 steps closer to doing it. Tex is so weak. He's gotten 3.
No, the stick. Ah, damn.
The kills, but Lev get the round.
That is so unlucky, man. 1 millisecond sooner.
They had so many rifles.
Jonah P could have won that.
I mean, they're lucky to get away with that. Those shots that Jonah P just hit. Out of this world. The Viper orb that went up to make Tex low. I mean, even the kill on Com there, settling the shots. My goodness, if Ospas is even on the ledge in that moment, they lose the round. Yeah, Com, He said it right there. What the bleep? But yeah, the economy, it's in shambles right now for LEVIATÁN.
What the bleep? Okay.
They're going to have to go for a bit of a light buy.
Now they have the Uro they're going to have to deal with too.
It is being used very early on in mid, though. A lot of space and info gathered, but tough in this moment. Icy, he's left to his own devices. Yeah, he has some Ashta smokes to cover him.
Yeah, but he's sticking it. I mean, he had a gate crash out. He's in a really nice spot here.
No, the timing.
It's the tiniest of pixels, but I don't think he saw it.
He needs to get out of here. Get out of here quickly. The Stinger can be so deadly. It's a bit of a half flood from LEVIATÁN, at least clearing close spawn.
They've left Trent by himself. Is this a tough spot to be in? But instead of committing to getting the plant down, he swings out, gets a kill onto Tex. Still spamming, still trying to fight.
Need to get that plant down.
Establish control on the site.
No, Leaf, we lose that?
Yeah, and that's an upgrade for him as well. He does a deep dart. He's able to
I mean,
get
great
right
shots from
down.
Calm, but like, holy fuck.
But time is of the essence. He's got to go.
He's going for it.
Icy seems aware of the fact that there could be someone on the prowl, and he would be correct. Trent spotting an elbow. Again, this is all just buying time, but time really goes the way of G2 here.
Calm is all the way behind. He hears Icy running around. He's going to get a free kill, maybe.
But again, the spike has been going
Bro,
on for
what
so
are we
long.
doing?
I mean, at best, what, they contain him here? Or they just frag him through? They're just going to mow him over.
What are we doing?
And disastrous for G2. It's all off of the back of Calm, though. The pressure alone that he just applied. Everyone
What
has
the
to turn around.
fuck
That's
are
the
we
use of
doing?
everybody in CT at B to run out and flood the site. Getting that kill, getting that upgrade, converting the kill onto Icy. Everyone turns around to deal with this. Look at that.
Take a look at the MasterCard Thrifty one more time.
What the hell?
Looking at the players in B site, running forward. It's disastrous for G2. After what was a great eco round.
Light armor on 4 members. And a couple of stingers, so they were able to buy.
You have got to be trolling there. There is no way that we just lose that.
I mean, yeah, but exactly. Still, the way that you lost the last map, going into the way that you lost the last 2 rounds. It's so damning on the mental.
Yeah, especially in this last one. And now King is doing.
Wait, Trent fell off.
On his way down.
Doug, it feels
Wait,
like
I think he got spammed on his jump and he lost
I
momentum.
wouldn't be surprised if you see a very early timeout from Josh.
I don't normally make a habit of quoting the host in situations like this, but GB did mention G2 are known for how they struggle with resilience, or how they fight through adversity with resilience, how they manage to navigate those things. And the truth of the matter is, under the brightest lights of the year, under the biggest stage of the year, that will be tested. And that's exactly what's happening to G2 here. LEVIATÁN have come out of this with an excellent
I mean,
game plan.
Jonah P's
And yes,
dead.
a couple of things have gone their way, but this has been gorgeous.
4-0, wow.
From the front. I've lost track of how many kills he's got so far, but he's popping off.
Yeah,
just for that round.
And his paranoias have been on
I
point
think
as well.
Trent-
Yeah, so much value. You saw it at the end there. We saw it on one of the retakes.
Yeah, what happened to Trent here?
Wait, the flash. Oh my god, the team flash.
I mean, Icy gets the flash there to try to set himself up, but the timing just wasn't quite there. So it will be that timeout, I said. Yeah, they needed that.
Early timeout from Josh.
It's
First timeout for G2.
Okay, whatever. You've been down 4-0 before.
Sure.
It's the way that you got to this point.
Yeah, I would agree.
That gun round. Yeah, that gun round.
Yeah, that gun round was disgusting.
The economy of LEVIATÁN. You destroyed it. You could have put yourself in such a good spot. You had the spike planted. One solo warrior of Calm just decimates that for you. And then even in this eco round, it was so fast-paced. King just gets a spam kill for free. A hard read, flicks to Icy.
And then poor Trent.
Yeah. LEVIATÁN already up 4-0 on this map.
Quite interesting. LEVIATÁN are kind of spreading out the Cypher util. But that's because they can.
Oh, try again.
Yeah, cheeky little cam spot. I like this one. Good for the retake, good for setting up Ospas. I wonder if that gets a deep line into A main for him to just swing off of.
That seems like that's what the setup is.
But it's aggression. All the way up B main and out. A bit of a push and pull now, but no space gathered from the side of G2.
Well, I think that's a whole approach on a play like that from the very beginning, is to just shove them back, jam them at the very beginning of the round. And now if they want to clear this, they have to wait out. They have to either wait out the harbor wall,
use utility,
or use utility, or face check it, I guess. And then who knows what's waiting on the
Wait, and
other
they're
side.
both posted up deep in A.
It was push B main, take control of it, go back, fight mid, come back again. It's much like their Sunset approach. If you watch LEVIATÁN on Sunset, one of their best maps, they take main control a lot. Go all the way back, listen to audio cues, teams reclearing that space.
I doubt that they'll text there. God, English is hard.
That being said, this is a way bigger map.
And they didn't break the cam, so he's still getting info.
With the silent walk up, he will take out Mazzino, so that is big. The cam is not seen!
No, I knew it.
Tex almost makes a meal of it. It's only able to find one. Balance on the response, and now they can push their way back towards A.
Right up in heaven.
With the spike in hand, again. The architect for G2 pushes forward.
Balance dead.
Oh my God. No time.
It's well out of reach. There's nobody who can scoop it up here. Can he get it down in time? It's gonna be
Okay,
so
big kill from Leaf.
1 second left. Now a 2v2, the flash in his face.
Icy. Are we calling our flashes? Like, what the fuck?
One man standing between.
We're just flashing our teammates left and right.
LEVIATÁN's 5th round.
And now you have no util.
Com's dart is not up. He's got 2 shocks. I can't tell how soon it will be. Meanwhile,
Aspas is just gonna post up on the angle, bro. He has to go crazy.
I believe that's where the swing is coming from, but it's a rare miss. He's forcing Com to deal with it.
Wait, that's actually huge.
Switching weapons. 30 bullets now. Aspas on the tap.
Not
He's
on.
baiting him. He's tempting him into the swing. He's tempting him into the fight. And he holds the line. He calls the bluff. What a play from the kid.
A 1v2, yeah.
And Aspas dies. Wow.
Trying to get him out.
Well played from Icy.
We just saw it in full effect. The TP all the way back into main. So many angles that LEVIATÁN, Com, and Aspas have to clear. And maybe, just maybe. Oh, that's that nasty cam again.
Did they not see the cam?
That is nasty work right there.
Filthy, yeah.
Valen, good on
Like,
him.
even I know of that cam. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, even I know of that cam. So I'm wondering if, like, G2 have never seen that cam before.
But I see he played that very
And I don't think they broke it
So the Red Bull clutch
at all.
on the board. 3 ults to speak of. LEVIATÁN still in the lead, still with plenty of money.
This cam over on B, though. I'm curious about this. What the hell is that?
Aggression again.
Oh, broke it.
This time all the way in aim.
I would have liked to see what it was.
And the reaction is to walk all the way up B. Tread on this line. Flash goes through.
Big kill.
Jonah P puts him to sleep, and now they've invested the pit too.
You still follow up utility as well. The Astra suck right there, just to secure it.
Nice.
Jonah P, the run and gun. Oh, Mazzino using the Viper wall against G2.
It's just chaos.
Yeah, meeting his teammate, a little bit of a spray down amongst friends, but
No
Valen
way.
gets
Valen
taken
goes
out.
down there.
He's still in the pit, and you've got 2 over the top. They're still looking for him. They're trying to find
Wait,
him, and
Com
they do.
killed Jonah? No fucking way.
Goes up, and they fill in behind it, and now it's become a spam battle. And again, Trent really close here.
The wall, the wall.
Has to take a step back if he wants to invest it. Aspas has already got it to half.
Oh, it's half.
What a gorgeous layering of utility. Com will fall. That will secure the round.
But it doesn't matter. Wow, the Sova ult. I didn't even realize Trent had Sova ult there. Okay, now it makes sense as to why Trent backed up.
Follow-up utility.
That was a smart play. LEVIATÁN call a timeout. You saw that right there.
These post plants are kind of getting away from G2. It's something that they normally are very crisp on. Something that they win cleanly. That's a nice shot from Lee.
Did a couple of really big ones.
You ready for this? Nate.
That's a crazy cliffhanger, man.
Yeah.
You hit me with it. You ready? For
I was
this?
waiting. I was waiting.
I don't know. I was ready.
You ready for this?
I guess that's what he was foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So it'll be a chance for both coaches to talk to their teams, and a chance for Leviatán to maybe stop the bleeding. G2 off the back of Icy in that 1v2 clutch, converting the following round. Jonah P, who was somewhat quiet on the last map, he's starting to pop off, man. Big moments getting that Viper's Pit down. Yeah, he got spammed, but
I mean, the time that he bought was insane.
yeah.
For a good, well, I mean, it felt like 30 seconds. I'm sure it was more like 6, but they invested everything into finding him. It was perfect.
He's sitting at 9 and 5.
Leaf is one off of alt. Icy has Yoru alt.
You do have the ult for Icy. I wonder if they try something silly.
That's his second ult.
Look at this. Look at the Astra Star that just went up on bridge back towards B.
Might be a pickup star. Maybe just trying to spot out type of aggression.
Concealment.
So they clear the door out at the very beginning of the round.
Oh, G2, they gotta be very careful. Every time they
come on, man.
Smoke up, King has just spammed it.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a hard read into how G2 like to approach when that smoke goes up.
And you know what's fucked?
To see a bit of a change, maybe a pick
is that it would have been just as easy to have Trent shoot a dart back there. Like, okay, like if Trent shoots a dart back here, King has to back up off the angle or play here and shoot the dart, which should give Leaf enough time to like insert into the vents, which is what they want to do.
A lot sooner than later. That being said, it's not going to matter in this round because it's a full A commit.
They smoked out Heaven, but Com's ahead of it already. At least I thought he was going to fully take the space, but he doesn't commit to it. I guess waiting for his teammates on the other side. King does have a paranoia. This is danger.
Oh, spam!
Great paranoia.
1 for 1.
How much more can they find? Trent down low. Into the face of 2 up over the top.
I got one more though.
Gives up on the first, connects on the second. Icy and Valorant
Makes it a bit easier.
Make a stand in this round to try to keep them back in the face of 3.
He has one flash.
And there it is, invested. The spam coming through.
No, Valen's dead.
Oh, he repositioned
Ah,
so
damn.
knew exactly where he was. King will get the defuse. Lev will get to 5.
Yeah, this
Yeah, it was 1 for 1.
this like insert play that they're trying to do on bridge.
Early pick that King got.
I think they just need the Sova dart to help them. Because look how out in the open he's just standing there. You shoot the Sova dart back there, he's got to back up to a position where he either shoots the Sova dart or tries to go for the spam, but then gets shot back.
That was awesome. It just wasn't quite
Where's
enough.
100 Thieves? Oh, that's fucked up.
Much like Icebox,
That's
Leviatán
fucked up,
answered
man.
back swiftly. And the economy now broken and in shambles for G2.
Yes. Yes, this is exactly what I want from them.
And as you were just mentioning, the situation's not great in the G2 camp.
But they're not going to go for the play here.
Using the Outlaw. Almost connects onto that one on Icy.
Just a fingertip away. That's a really deep gate crash, but it's a fake. And so between the fake all the way deep down mid and the fact that you have Astra Stars on both sides, there's no real idea of what's happening across the map. The problem is they're guessing correctly. There are 2 facing here. They have found them, but how do they commit past this?
It's so tough. The choke is so small. They're going to have to give King. He gets out of dodge.
Com repositions too.
Yeah, wisely so.
Bomb is already up. The dart, wow. That dart's going to keep him at bay for a minute.
Doing a decent job of getting a lot of this space and a lot of utility out from Lev.
Yeah, this is very well played.
What the
Anchors
fuck?
to the A site.
Now they're all posted up just outside.
And with this harbor,
This is
you can
difficult.
isolate one side if you want to, but we're going to walk in instead.
Leaf's got to hit some miracle shots here.
Now reloading, buying
Yep.
decent of time, or at least thought he did, but Com on the swing punishes him. I mean, what in the world do they do here? Valen is a classic Trent
That's fucked.
That's not going to connect there.
Yeah.
G2, this is not.
Playing at a very, very
I don't
high
like
level right now.
this.
Tom, he seems very aware of the possibilities and the situations, and also he's not hesitating on the timings that he needs to take. He hears that reload animation, like you said. He doesn't go right away. He waits a little bit, but then he goes for the wide swing.
Like, I don't know what Icy's doing there that he just dies to Mazino.
The poise to just do a little bit of jiggle, not overextend too much.
Dude, he's still lurking? What is that guy doing? Fucking bad. Does he not?
And look at the scoreboard. The two players that are hitting a flow state in this match, in this map of Abyss, 11-4, 10-4, both A anchors. They have A on lockdown. Who are you gonna run into? You want to run into Osbos and Cypher Utility and a Harbor, or these two kids popping off?
Remember, we mentioned too at the beginning of the series, it's a supporting staff that when they struggle, Lev does. But they're the ones that are putting up a ridiculous performance.
And when they do, it's just a wash.
Naspas has his op. There are 4 waiting on the other side. The smoke comes through. The peak comes out.
It's a leg shot.
Enough to buy some
Oh my god, Texas 10 HP and we still lose that.
From Tex, the confidence is brewing for LEVIATÁN right now.
For good reason.
Getting away with murder.
G2 have been successful up until this point before. They've gotten into post-plant situations, but they lose the plot at this point.
Oh, they're gonna break this the Kids Royale.
They've got to find a way to find success here. Lockdown dealt with. Now they're going to have to deal with all of these deep walls. What's the second layer? Is there a second layer? It's off the tap. 2 kills already found.
And a cast, yeah.
And now they have the cove. They can play around. Mazino's going to get spammed as he tried to get aggressive. But it still hasn't, I mean, it hasn't gotten half yet. Trentso has a shot at this, but how do you
G2
deal
are
with targets?
panicking, bro.
How do you deal with Osbots? How do you deal with Calm?
Yeah.
G2 are really panicking.
Close one, but not close enough. LEVIATÁN convert another round, another retake win. And Trent in that moment, he tried pre-firing Osbos. He was 10 HP.
Dude, how do you swing like that with 10 HP as Tex?
He's a maniac. That's what happens when you play confidently and play aggressive.
Wow, the shock guard killed Jonah P.
He's been so good this map. Even the last map.
Boys, please, someone get in the cove.
I'm running, bro.
I'm just getting the cove.
The form that Calm gets in these tournaments as it goes on, it's something that needs to be studied. Tex is really aggressive here. I'm wondering if that star we saw from earlier is to counter this exact play.
Possibly.
Wait, Mazino. What the
from the
fuck?
top ropes, taking out Jonah P.
It's ridiculous.
A lot of audio cues being heard from Tex. Surely he doesn't go for it.
No, I think with the smoke that just went up too, he wouldn't even really have a line.
This is a very interesting off angle from Osbos and A main. I know we're still watching the B players, but if G2 do decide to go back and they don't make audio cues doing it, he could really get punished. Oh, but he hears that alarm bot being opened up.
They're going to get up a decent amount towards mid, but there's a trip keeping him back, and then King close by.
Yeah, this is very difficult for G2 to break through.
The dart's not going to tag anyone out from Calm, but as soon as the trip gets cleared, King realizes what's ahead of him.
The paranoia. Oh, it doesn't connect.
Oh, but Mazino's there.
Valen killed Tex.
That's a ridiculous shot, but Mazino's
Valen killed Tex?
And
for as much as G2 try dialing up something different, as much as G2 try creating chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, Lev are just
Damn, bro.
LEVIATÁN filling the gaps very well. The picks don't go their way. That Yoru clone and the swing behind it was too much for King. But the follow-up from Mazino. That's off of a tag of a cat?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, Tex is like 4-8 right now.
Oh, he missed the jump.
I was about to gas the guy up too, man. That's crazy.
I fell off the map. GG guys, good luck.
Ian Bosch, where are you going?
Look, as he might be 4-8, he might be falling off the map, you know.
Timeout G2. That's their second one already burned.
Has been nothing short of impeccable.
That's a panic button. That is like, oh shit, guys, this is not going our way.
The cam, there's so many high spots you could put it at. You could use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand the Killjoy pick here.
You could use it to now spam off of. I've never seen somebody actually use that consistently, where it's not like a Sova dart that's scanning you or like a Sova drone tagging you where it's clear. Right. It's a flash and that's it. Mazino's reaction time in that instant, yeah, his crosshair was placed at the right place, right time, but still.
Sobal Nastra ult for G2, but Mazino has ult, King has ult, and I mean Tex has ult too, but King and Tex's ults kind of solo-ish.
And most of the times they go for this mid to B, they actually gain a lot of space, but they're doing it on eco rounds.
I mean,
if they had weapons,
look at the timeline. It's not that they're not getting space. It's not that they're not getting the spike down. It's they're losing the post-plant situations.
Yeah.
I believe it was 5 of 8 have been diffuses, and I couldn't see the first 2.
Another new camp, very aggressive this time. Buying time for the members of Leviatán to rotate if need be. Instead, they're going to react and take a main control.
There's an alarm bot that's keeping him back.
The drone, okay. Aspas has been found.
But I think the impressive thing, though, is, yeah, they found Aspas, but they cleared out the alarm bot that was keeping Lev back. And so now there's a trap setup. They could fully fill in A main and crunch in B. If they try to rotate back in, they've got a paranoia setup.
The clone got stuck.
Such a good setup, and it was all off of pushing.
Ah.
That alarm bot out.
And the follow-up
But it pulled so many rotations.
That this will be a B hit, but we've seen
And Leaf is hearing everything.
Leviatán have been in this half.
But the one difference is they've got the Cosmic Divide they can play around. This is a new wrinkle into the fold, and look at Leaf's position. He's gonna
Wait,
so much
King.
to calm everything that's happening on the other
They didn't
side.
hear this. There's no shot they heard this. Oh my god, he gets 2. He gets 2, and then Calm is immediately right there as well.
Notice now, the contingency plan again.
Ah, that's...
Down, but this time Leaf might be able
Oh!
What a filthy 3K, but again, Calm has to do it on his own. He's spotted Icy, he's gonna try to flush him out. Switch
Oh!
and Icy cleans him up.
Oh my god, what a scary round. How did Leaf get 3 there?
With a monstrous flank. Absolutely destroying everybody. I love the bait approach, but these shots.
That was nasty.
That was ridiculous.
To get so close to that. I mean, so off of a proper lifeline, G2 get their 3rd round. Any victory counts here. Anything is valuable.
Cover going out.
And it looks like it's just going to be an A approach. So many ultimates will be invested here. The Yoru ultimate. There is 2 trips to play off of.
King is already on the flank though.
There's a lot on Leaf here. He's got expected.
Leaf! Come on, brother.
The trap. Can Icy hold the line? 35 HP now. He continues to get peppered. He continues to get tagged.
TP'd out.
He continues to live. G2 now settling and slowing things down.
This is scary from Jonah P.
It's just a tap and they don't know Jonah
The timing.
there, but he's dealt with.
Oh
He's
my
cleaned
god.
up, disposed of. Now numbers the way of Lev as they're trying to push their way forward to the 9th round of the half. The Hunter's Fury, and he has no idea where he is. Only 1 tag found. The second will go through, not connecting. Calm trying to at least get it to half. Fallon's not able to settle shots. Finally connects, but now he's left alone. In a 1v2. Got to deliver against Aspas on the other side. The time
Don't.
is in his favor.
Oh my god. The wide swing.
The Red Bull clutch for G2.
8-4 again. We have an 8-4 half again. This time Leviatán are up.
What a back and forth battle. And much like Icebox.
That is a blunder from Leaf.
The retakes were amazing. But the change, G2 playing more confidently. They're still in this thing.
Those last 2 rounds are a lifeline. A little bit of hope injected into the situation, albeit brief. We've got a special.
All right, halftime.
We've got Bella standing by with G2 CEO Alban on the stage right now.
G2 CEO.
Hello everyone, it's Bella with the halftime interviews. I'm joined
joined by G2 CEO Elban Doshalat. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
오늘 서울로 이제 방금 도착하셨다고 하는데 이번 서울 챔스를 좀 어떻게 탐방하실 예정인지 한번 묻도록 하겠습니다. I heard you just landed this morning.
Exactly.
So what's your plan on how to explore Seoul Champions this time?
So first of all, we come back, River Sweep, of course, and then tonight, Korean barbecue, of course.
Alright, sounds like a plan. 일단은 G2가 컴백을 할 거고 그 다음에 오늘 끝나고 승리를 축하하려고 코리안 바베큐 이제 고기를 구워 먹을 예정이라고 하네요. G2가 올해 뭐 어센션, 아메리카스 그리고 챔피언스까지 엄청난 성적을 보여주고 있는데 얼마나 뿌듯하신지 한번 묻도록 하겠습니다.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, this guy kind of creeps me out. I don't know what it is, but it's the way that he's just like standing there completely still.
It's amazing. The story of this roster is like, you cannot read it. Like they come back from Ascension, they come back in VCT. We also come back with them. And for me, this is amazing year. I'm very proud of them. Now it's about how far we're going to take it.
이번 챔피언스도 당연히 컴백을 할 거고 뭐 어센션, 아메리카스에서도 항상 컴백했던 G2니까 아주 좋은 성적을 기대하고 싶다고 하네요. Alright, 하프타임 인터뷰 만나봤고요. Back to Abyss.
Thank you so much, Bella. Always good to hear from Stilgar and really the leadership at G2 who's had the privilege of watching this team. I mean, he mentioned it. The story that they've had is incredible, but like you and I talked about before, Dre, stories feel really good right through all of it, but if there's not a good ending at the end of the book, nobody cares. Nobody remembers.
Everybody's chasing that Cinderella story, and right now, the battle of these two teams, it's been absolutely insane.
Little agent teaser there. We'll have to see what's popping next season. Probably won't start until after Champs is over, but it'll be interesting.
Viper, what does this look like on defense?
You have a lot of stall, you have a lot of delay.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff for the retake. But the problem is going up against Leviatan's comp on attack, it's not just one entry that can break through. You have an Omen that can TB.
Cautious,
like so. But look at the Molly, the preparation. A little bit of chip damage is really good on pistol rounds. So G2 doing their due diligence, setting themselves up for a beneficial retake. And we've seen how aggressive Leviathan are in the post plant.
That's now the second cascade invested towards window. And so it's effectively just shut them out of the round, or shut them out of the site.
Concealment.
Valen, be careful.
Yeah, please don't fall.
Into the face.
Nice.
Not able to connect.
Mazzino gets 2, but Icy gets 2. 3v3.
G2 are not able to get any footing on the situation. A tap of the defuse, but that's all it is. As Jonah P meets his demise. He's been done. As has G2. Another pistol the way of Lev.
So many different layers that G2 have to walk through. Yeah, you clear close, but all of a sudden proactivity into Nest. Once you have Nest, Mazzino can cut the site in half with the harbor wall. And it's just too hard. And you have to break through so many sets of utility.
And that's where I think we see a difference of the Harbor versus the Viper in situations like this. As Harbor, you can be so much more dynamic with what you want to do. Yeah, exactly. You realize there's a gap because you don't have a smoke of heaven because of Omen's smoke timings. You can drop one there. With Viper, you're kind of committed.
They're all just gonna jump off the map. What a round! Holy shit! That was a crazy round, guys. Oh my god.
Well, you don't give ultimate orbs. On to the next. I've never had a second round go that quick.
And we're just instantly into the gun round. Okay.
Very well.
That was quick.
I mean, it beats waiting for the spike to be planted. I mean, if you give Aspas or Mazzino more kills, all of a sudden on the bonus round, they have an ultimate.
I appreciate them hurrying this along. Getting into the next.
That was funny as fuck.
Utility across the middle of the map now with the dart waiting on the other side. Instantly.
I was wondering when we were gonna see something like that, and G2 is definitely the team to do it.
He has an operator. Icy has an operator.
That's funny.
Difference is, Icy's no armor to it.
I wonder how this head-to-head is going to fare. We've seen how deadly Aspas can be with an operator on the attacking side.
But we saw a couple of clips on the side of G2 as well. So we will see.
Okay.
The first shot rattled, and now they know there at least is one on the defensive side.
And now confidence for Aspas to take more angles, okay? Both teams aware now that there's an operator in play. The thing is, when you're on the defensive side and there's an attack op, it makes you feel like you can't really hold certain angles that you normally would against a rifle. And that's why all of this A space is conceded. It's going to be another retake.
Tex is going to be hitting this late flank. The cove gets cleared, but the spike goes down.
Oh, this is a hella late flank.
All the way forward.
Oh, he's got
And they don't know.
If he continues to go,
he's got it.
He's going to get two.
Oh, you only got one.
Trent, just narrowly avoiding that. So the 1-for-1 continues to go their way. The thing is, they've got
Aspas,
in a really good spot. But Aspas plucks him out of the window. As Trent gets another 2v2, they're both so they cannot stand. They cannot deliver. Lev get to 11.
Again.
Yikes,
too much
man.
Utility from the side of LEVIATÁN. G2 don't have a lot to work with here. When Icy falls in that moment, that's
What is this replay, bruh?
a replay of what happened in the previous round, but with Icy dying, you have no flashes on the board. How do you
Yeah, that is so hard.
body check it? Now you're running into an operator. There's a player on an off angle that is king. It's too easy for LEVIATÁN.
Calm getting the spam through that CT smoke too.
Composition is getting exposed right now. And the attack op is still in play. G2, they have to invest into this.
This Killjoy turret is going to be broken immediately.
I mean, it's deja vu.
Much like the previous round, exactly.
Jonah P gets text though.
Tex losing his duel early against Jonah P. 2 Bulldogs, 3, and 2 Guardians for G2. They've got to find a way to convert this round. They have to find a way to win. Otherwise, it's going to be series point, and they're going to be on a broken bye.
You look at the different layers. You have an Omen smoke and also a Harbor Wall to block off actual spawn. It's a free A site again.
Wow, wait.
He gets spammed.
It's a dead calm. You're right, but they've gotten the spike down. Can Lev without a
5v3.
Again,
Surely G2 wins this.
Or it's wraps.
Jonah P needs to speed this up. But
so
King,
far back.
Yeah, King's gonna check him here. Aspas, the forefront.
Oh,
Nobody is, no op.
Not spotting anyone. You're right. Jonah P, the slow burn, and it might pay off. There's nobody looking. He's gonna find his timing, isn't he? There he goes. Diffuse is coming through for Icy.
Nice. They needed that round.
That's the key. Any weapon loss hurts.
Damn.
Snap. They keep 2 weapons into the next.
Bro, King is nasty, man.
Yeah, nasty stuff. Nasty stuff, but keep in mind, that was a 5v3 in benefit of G2.
Oh, what the fuck?
Good heads up play, but can you rely on that? I don't think you can.
No, what is that running gun? That is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm playing A again.
Well, we know where Leaf's headed.
Leaf's gonna be playing A.
I do like that even though it's 11-5, the spirits of G2 are still high. They know they're not out of this tournament yet.
Yeah, but what a boost of confidence it would be.
Yeah.
The reckoning towards B. And Jonah P's left by himself.
Jonah P.
TP's away.
It's gonna get flooded.
All on his own. But he's finding enough cover in all of the utility, all of the smokes. I mean, yeah, Kramas crept forward, but does he realize he's not alone? Does he realize there's company? Yes, he does.
What an entry.
Flushing him out of the site. And now Trent's going to try to do what Jonah P could not. This time he's got help, though. Icy has joined the fray.
Aspas still has an op, though.
G2, you're going to get opt.
I mean, look at how huddled up they are. There's everyone waiting behind back Jenny. They're all here.
They're so patient. They're just waiting for the utility to be in their favor. You see a dart. You see a Harbor Wall go up. Just now, Aspas will creep up forward.
They're still really huddled up. They're all together. Misery loves.
Icy.
Trent and Balin getting a couple.
That's the map.
He's by himself now. LEVIATÁN.
I'm thinking that's the map, brother. I'm thinking that's the map. G2 are gonna have no guns left.
I said it.
If they do, it's gonna be like Stingers and Guardians.
Can be very similar to Icebox in the way of the sight lines and everything, and we're seeing the approach on the attacking side of LEVIATÁN be similar to that.
The fact that Mazzino is not flashed there.
They would wait for the utility to be in their favor and then go on their second wave, maybe the third wave even. And against the Viper, they have the advantage. They have way more rechargeables. Fallon threw down so many side smokes. LEVIATÁN just bided their time, waited for them to go away.
Tom's on his own here. That gravity well just a little bit off the mark. Not enough to punish.
Boss again, he's just gonna walk all the way up mid. It's like I'm watching a Scent attack.
They've smoked off the turret. And so you've got Leaf, who kind of has to peek a little bit. But decides he's not super worried about it. The drone out from Trent will clear.
But that's a drone you would much rather have for the retake. Oh, Tex. Needs to be careful.
29 HP now.
They're gonna hunt him down. I don't think they're gonna let him live.
I mean, they don't really have the guns.
Nice.
They've got to find a way to get more of an advantage. That will certainly help. No real way to upgrade the weapon, but they have a number.
Not really sure what Tex was doing with that cage there. I mean,
this map at all. Ice is popping his ult. He's going to clear across the middle of the map. There are only two here from G2 at A.
wait, they broke the recon.
Trent's walled off of one, leaving Valen to attempt to hold the line by himself. The only one with vision, and he's flushed out of the sight.
They broke the recon. Where is Trent shooting that recon? That LEVIATÁN break it before they're even out.
Pushing forward a little bit. And they're just
King gets one. It's over. It's over.
As Trent is left alone. 55 HP. He's gonna find his one with 2 bullets left and 2 targets.
GG. LEVIATÁN take it. 2-0.
LEVIATÁN obliterate G2 on Abyss and advance.
Well, my pick'ems survive. That's for sure.
Oftentimes when you think about teams that are very well prepared, you think of G2. But what happened here today, especially on this
Who
map
was
of
this
Abyss,
series Radiant?
was nothing short.
Yeah, I mean, Aspas was cooking, but I'm gonna give it to King.
On that Abyss attack, even the
King went
side,
crazy.
The push and pull that they did, taking
However, this is not an elimination match. This just means G2 is in the lower bracket for playoffs, so quite unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I don't know what they've got cooking in the Lev camp, but it's working.
And calm. I mean, his performance on this map was spectacular. Sitting at the top, 20-8.
There's something about Calm. When the stage and the lights have a little shine of gold to them, he just shows up. And he showed up today.
The only remaining member of that roster that won last year's champs.
With a victory bout.
Yeah, true. Everybody else from EG is not here at champs.
This is a Lev team that's hitting their stride at just the right time.
Boostio is at 100 Thieves. They didn't qualify. Jogamo is still at EG. They didn't even get to a major event this year. Demon 1 is benched. Ethan is on NRG and they didn't qualify for anything. It's quite sad, to be honest.
For G2, although it's a tough pill to swallow, they're not done. They're not out of the tournament yet. They'll have to run it back.
This Abyss just didn't go their way. Like,
they're gonna have to win these OT games.
Yeah, I mean, that one getting away from you there and then losing the way you did. I mean, you set the tone at the very beginning. You lose map 1 the way you did. You lose those first couple of rounds, and all the air is left out of you.
You can have the strongest mental in the world, but at some point you're gonna break.
And so again, you've got LEVIATÁN, who really dispose of G2 in very dominant fashion on Abyss.
we're gonna stick around for the post-match interview, and then we'll take a little look at the stats.
With Tex from LEVIATÁN. Bella, take it away.
Tex. Oh, Tex is gonna talk some shit.
Hello everyone, it's time for the post-match interviews, and I'm joined by LEVIATÁN's Tex. Congratulations, Tex!
Thank you.
레비아탄의 텍스 선수의 인터뷰 만나보겠습니다. 5번째 만남이지만 오늘 G2와의 경기 레비아탄이 가져갔습니다. 더 큰 무대 이번 챔스에서 승리 소감 먼저 들어보도록 하겠습니다. You know, the 5th time playing against them, but tell us how special this one feels winning at champs.
Feels good doing at an international, not gonna lie. It's cool to do it in America, but it feels better here.
국제대회에서 이겨가지고 더 특별하다고 하냐. 아메리카스에서 했던 승리도 너무 좋지만 챔피언스라서 좀 더 뜻깊다고 합니다. 그리고 서로가 잘 아는 상대인 만큼 되게 심리전이 많이 중요했을 것 같은데 이번 아이스박스 연장에서도 그렇고 좀 어떤 점을 많이 신경 써서 오늘 플레이했는지 묻도록 하겠습니다. You know, you guys know each other so well, so I feel like it's the mind games that really mattered this time. So what was like the key to success today with like the icebox overtime and all?
We just had to change a couple things. You know, we were playing more in mid, for example, so it's really just like, really it is mind games. Even in the bathroom, we're like, you know, messing with each other, and like, that sounds kind of weird, but yeah, no, honestly, it's just,
Hey, yo!
making it look the same.
What the hell, Tex? You're messing with each other in the bathroom? No, I'm just trolling. That sounded pretty fucking weird.
And you know, next up is Team Heretics and Fanatics. Who do you think is going to take the win after you? 이제 다음 경기 팀 헤리틱스랑 푸나틱의 경기인데 오늘 승리의 기운 어떤 팀이 받아가게 될지 묻도록 하겠습니다.
That's a hard one. Both teams are good.
Yeah.
I think it might be Team Heretics, and it's going to be really close.
Oh, okay. 팀 헤리틱스지만 엄청난.
I also think it's going to be Team Heretics if anybody wants my pick'ems. We're not going to be watching that game, but my pick'ems lean towards Heretics. Alrighty.
And for the 5th time this year, these two teams will take the
Good post-match interview. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats over here. Leviatán take the win. 0-2. I gotta say, this Icebox got away from G2. These last 3 rounds were quite unfortunate. And their defense half, I think the analysts had it pretty correct. Like, Leviatán were just getting up in their face and disrupting their retakes. I mean, they started to kind of get a hold on it towards the end of it, which, I mean, brought them to overtime, but excuse me, I'm so sorry. But this overtime was really draining, and we even saw like the double lurks on Leviatán's attack was super good, which G2 did not do. And I mean, that one round where Jonah P walked through the wall instead of walking around it. Oh, it could have been a whole different game. We could have been looking at map 3 right now, to be honest. I honestly think that round where Jonah P walked through the wall instead of walking around the harbor wall to catch Mizzino off guard was a huge misplay. Huge misplay. But going into Abyss, dude, I don't know what this team was trying to cook, bro. G2 looked drained, quite honestly. They looked drained. It did not even... Like, Jonah P was trying, he was heating up off of that first map, but everybody else, I mean, Icy kind of fell off. And here's the problem that I think Icy has compared to a lot of these other duelists, not just Aspas, but like compared to a lot of duelists in the T1 tier 1 scene, is that Icy doesn't have that flexibility. I mean, yesterday we saw Zekin on the Neon for the first time. Not really the first time, but you know, for Sentinels it's the first time. And Zekin has that flexibility where he can go back, he can play Jet, he can play Raze, he can play Neon, he can adapt to the meta, all of this sort of stuff. We can see Tens adapting as well. I mean, it was a bit rough at first, but now he's finally getting the hang of it where he's, you know, he's comfortable playing smokes and all of that stuff. But I think the problem with G2 is that Icy is not comfortable with flexibility. Whether it be on Jet or Yoru or Neon or anything like that. I think a big problem there is that Icy is really only comfortable on Raze. And I don't know if it's something that he needs to practice more, or if it's just something that him as a player can't really connect with on the other play. And I'm not saying that Icy is like terrible or anything. I'm just saying like some of those team flashes like that played a huge part into their loss. The angles in which that he was trying to go for, but LEVIATÁN were just prepared for it. And that's not to knock LEVIATÁN. LEVIATÁN played Abyss really, really well, especially their attack. Or wait, no, their defense. Their defense went really, really well. I mean, their attack went really, really well too, but I think their defense is what really showed the most here. And I think it's the difference between this Cypher util versus the KJ util. I mean, we saw G2 on defense where Aspas was just walking up mid, breaking the turret, and then bada bing, bada boom, you got no info left in mid. Whereas a Cypher trip, yo, you don't know where that thing's gonna be until you're just like right up on it, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't really agree with the Killjoy pick. I think the reason why they went with the Killjoy pick is because Leaf is more comfortable on Killjoy. But that's another thing that like we need some more adaptability on G2, I think, between Leaf and Icy. The Sova pick I'm not really too mad about. Jonah P's pick of Viper isn't bad. I do think the Harbor, as the casters were talking about it earlier in the game, is that with Harbor, you just get so much more flexibility with Harbor. Whereas Viper, once you put your stuff down, it's there, you know, like that's that. It's, you can't move it, you can't pick it back up, especially after the nerfs. And with Viper, not only receiving a nerf to her Molly, but you only get one of them now, and it's just, it's kind of a pain, I can't lie. Quite unfortunate for G2 to lose that match, but really that's all I gotta say about that. Let me see here. Yeah, LEVIATÁN banned Lotus. See, that's part of the problem right there. Let me see here. LEVIATÁN banned Bind. Yeah, they didn't want to go up against the 100 Thieves comp. They banned Sunset. Makes sense. LEVIATÁN are pretty decent on Sunset. They pick Icebox. G2 picks Abyss, and then LEVIATÁN bans Lotus because they didn't want to play it. And then G2 bans Ascent because obviously Aspas on Ascent with the Jet, you're just asking to walk into the Lions Den there. But yeah, I gotta say it was a bit like the map 1 was really good, but map 2, I don't know what this comp is that they're trying to cook up with G2. Maybe it just needs some time. Need to iron out the details with it. Icebox, a really hard loss for G2. Really well played from LEVIATÁN, I can't lie. Like I said, I'm not mad at either of the teams. And my fucking camera is out of focus. Can we focus in, please? Not right now, though, because I gotta sneeze. Holy fuck. But yeah, I can't be mad at it. Two America's teams going up against each other. Hard to say who I'm rooting for here. I wanted G2 to win this, but I'm not mad that LEVIATÁN won it. So that's pretty much been it. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. We're going to be continuing the watch parties. I don't exactly know what the next America's game is up next. I'll have to check the schedule, but you know we'll be there. And yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fun. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much been it, guys. I've been Foamy, you guys have been awesome, and I'm out. Peace.